stars. Look at us, to the top, no ifs, no buts. Winning any game, para to sa PANAS. Di mo matitinan kaming boses sa new level. Nasa kalye man o mobile window, I become a legend. Open fire, reunite with winners. Built with pressure, the diamonds are made of. Switch na lane na parang gera. HP Racing may reset up. Agatak buhat, lihil that full load SS parang Layla. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas. Tagumpay natin to dahil tayo'y malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Whoa. Laging MVP, surrender nor retreat. Pag nagsama-sama, just imagine what we can achieve. Laging MVP, surrender nor retreat. Giving 100 all my own, cause we just cannot be defeated. We are unstoppable, yun and invulnerable. Ready yung equipment, lahat frozen, malang crowd control. Pakita ko na jab like pow, beast to the southeast. Takas sa watawat, proud and loud, cause every enemy we devour. Susundan ko ang iyong bakas, kasama patas. Tagumpay natin to dahil tayo'y malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas kasi kami ang malakas. Para sa Pinas, nasa amin ang alas, hindi tuwa atras. Kinikilala sa taas, ganito kami sa Pinas. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas. Kahit anong lane, we become the monsters. Malakas, Pilipinas, malakas. Face the golden sun and repping for the 3 stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, reunite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, reunite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, reunite, be the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, we the stars.
Ang lakas ng Pinas, reunite with the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, reunite with the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, reunite with the stars. Ang lakas ng Pinas, with the stars.
The 14th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Smart, the official telco partner of MPL Philippines Season 14. The official tournament phone of MPL Philippines, Infinix GT20 Pro. Official suppliers, EMC Asia and Index Salon. Experience the MPL PH Season 14 action live at Green Sun, Makati City. Grab your tickets now via official MPL PH website. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPL PH on TikTok for more content. And to ensure the equality and fairness of our games, MPL Philippines is also monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board.
Lakas ng Pinas!
Welcome back to MPL Philippines Season 14. You just heard the mic check for the previously concluded bout between Liquid Philippines and RSG PH. Dan Leo Cabang here at your service with JC Naisu Rezabek. Bring you the action for this next upcoming matchup. It's Aurora versus TNC Pro Team.
Yeah, And you know, it's a match that I don't know. I think a lot of people are just going to say they're going to expect Aurora to come out winning. I think TNC, they've proven what they can to this season, but you know, obviously now that we're at this point, you want to just still see them get that first win. Like, I would personally love to see them get that first win, but you can see through referencing what you just heard on the mic check there, Sanford leads TLPH past RSG. They step closer to the playoffs.
Yep, not quite the secured slot just yet, but because of his antics as a Khalid, slowly but surely they are moving on through. They're now tied up with Aurora Mlbb, smack dab right in the middle of our standings. Both teams racing for that playoff spot, which I think is safe to say. After this best of 3, if Aurora wins, they get their slot.
They do, yep. They just need that 7 there to get there with a Smart Omega, of course. And so a lot of people, I guess, if you're an Aurora Mlbb fan, and I know there's a lot here right now in attendance and watching,
around the world.
Yeah, and around the world, their chances are probably looking pretty good. Like, if you guys are just put it, you know, head to head here.
I mean, again, a team that has gone toe-to-toe and even some wins over the best of the best in the league right now, going up against TNC, who, as mentioned, has yet to win a single series in this season. What else do they have left in the tank? Again, as poetic as it is, a phoenix rises from the ashes, and I think it's safe to say they have.
Hey, shout out mga idol! Sound check.
Maybe today they blind the light and make it through for a dub. Be a spoiler to Aurora's playoffs spot. Real quick, let me remind everyone that Akai's 8th anniversary exclusive skin, Marvelous Maestro, Spawn Effect, Killing Notification, Avatar Border, Battle Mode, and more epic skins are waiting for you.
Kagura's brand new epic skin will also be available for free starting on October 18th. Don't miss out. I know we still got some time for the Kagura skin, but hey, make sure you
Yo, shout out mga idol! Kamusta na mga dyan?
right now, because there's a whole lot for you guys. And also, just a side note, because some of you guys might have missed it, I believe for this weekend, or maybe for the rest of the regular season, depending on how long, obviously we're doing the anniversary thing, there's always codes.
Yep.
So even in-game, there's codes for you guys.
So you're not gonna want to
Ay,
miss
maraming
it.
salamat
You're
sa
gonna wanna
pag-send
play
ng
a lot
heart
of
me. Thank you
MLB
so
games
much.
over the next couple of weekends. Real quick, throw
Idol XHYZ.
1, 2, 3. No,
1, 2.
no, you messed it. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. By the way, thank you, casters. And
Guys, start na ng match 2, mga idol.
In a short bit, we'll
So, maglalaban ay ang
Aurora Mlbb. But before we head into that, based on earlier results,
Aura
we have to
versus
head into this match,
TNC, mga idol.
what TNC Pro Team has to do for them to remain in playoffs contention.
Sweep. Simple as that. Simple to say, hard to execute. But yeah, the only way that they can retain their
Guys,
playoff
mamaya.
beat Aurora
Sa mga nagtatanong.
today. And that is the case because RSG Philippines was able to take 1 point away from TLPH earlier.
Yeah, very close series, especially for the first 2 games. And for the 3rd game, we've seen just how dominant Team Philippines.
Pa-share po ng live. Maraming salamat mga idol.
Surprise, and
They brought out your 1-1.
my 1-1, welcome back once again. A lot of surprises coming in, especially in the second half of this regular season. But I think we have a special guest for today. So let's welcome Deadeye from
Pa-share po ng live. Thank you so much sa mga tatambay sa ating live. Thank you so much po mga idol.
Hello. Hello guys.
Shoutout po sa mga viewers natin. So, malapit na
Hey
mag-start.
guys.
Wonderful time that you guys have going on there. Pero again, that I would just want to say
Idol Justin, mama, ngayon na yun. Kasi sinasabi ko yung para sa 5v5 natin.
That you are making all of the Philippines proud, and I'm sure na ang dami ring mga ganap dyan.
Ano to yung
How are
second
things going for
match
you
na
right
to
now?
mga idol. Ang maglalaban is yung
Pwede tayo
Aurora
mag-publish,
versus
no?
TNC.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, very overwhelming. Until now, actually, Hans, I'm still really cannot believe that I'm in the talent of MPL SG here. And of course, big thanks. First and foremost, of course, Coach Lay.
Shoutout po sa 4 viewers
I've been
natin.
under his wing sa kanyang program like sa Madrigal Project. Because of that foundation,
Ngayon na nga yun mga idol.
I was able
Itong ano na to,
reach this
tong
kind of height. So thank you so much.
naka-stream na yan,
Coach
is
Leo,
siya na nga yan
hopefully you're
maglalaban.
watching, and hopefully you are proud.
Yung Aurora versus
And
TNC.
shout out as well to my wife, Actually, guys, truth be told, I'm actually really ready to give up. Pero sabi ng misis ko, no, you can still do it because I'm working here as an OFW here in Singapore and hirap i-balance yung casting at saka work, right? But sabi ni misis, sige, you can do it. Okay. And then, yeah, fast forward, here we are, still very lucky to be in this spot right now.
We are so proud of you. We've seen your journey right from the start at sobrang natutuwa kami na, you know, even there are even Filipinos, usually Filipino import player lang eh. Ikaw caster ka. So it's really nice to see you here.
Saida sa
I just want to
ano
give major love din sa ating English panel.
Kasi Saida sa...
You have some questions there,
Tama ba? Oh?
Yes, hi Deday. It's
Team
so
Liquid
nice to
yun, di
meet
ba?
you
Hello.
virtually.
Ay,
For the
tama
English
ba?
panel, at least, I know you've already mentioned kanina like how you really pursued or stayed here despite all the challenges. But we're just really curious, how exactly did you end up as a talent for MPL Singapore?
Okay, so...
Sige idol, salamat.
Pandemic as a caster, and everyone knows that I've been in the professional scene as well. However, post-pandemic, as a family man, ang hirap, it's really difficult to sustain unless you have the salary of Coach Wolf, no? So, so post-pandemic, I was offered again to come back here in Singapore to do full-time jobs. So there you go. So I messaged actually Abstract. Big shout out to Abstract. He's a talent of MPLSG. And so Abstract, I'm here in Singapore. I just want to have a autograph. But then, hey, wait, you're a caster, right? Under Coach Leo? I have a sidekick. Sabi niya. Okay. So we had a inter-school event that I didn't know. Actually, that was already my ticket to the MPLSG. Sid, after this one, give me your portfolio, give me your casting reel. I'll send it to MPLSG for the upcoming season. So there you go. I just received a GC from MPLSG Season 8, and they say, MPLSG, that's the title of GC, added you. Is this real? Is this real, really? Then I message up, is this a scam? there's so many online scammers, you know.
Guys, share mo ng live and heart react dun sa stream natin. Maraming salamat po dyan sa mga nakatambay sa TikTok.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much po. Pa-share po ng live. Maraming salamat, mga idol.
Just as you can see here in the video, this is my first day and my casting here in...
Thank you so much, mga idol. Thank you so much.
Season 8, of course, courtesy of Zanway Productions. You know, I'm having fun. As you can see in the video, guys, I'm really having fun. And I thought I'll be pressured as the new guy, of course. But, you know, the talents, the production team, they're very welcoming. They help me improve. This is my first time as well tri-casting. As you can see, patay yung ilaw. We just make fun. It was really fun to having this kind of family, you know. So with this, I'm really grateful as well for MPLSG team family for taking care of me very well.
I'm so glad that, you know, MPL Singapore is really taking care of you. But, you know, we're gonna shift a little bit towards MPLSG and focus at the matter at hand. Because just in case this is TNC versus Aurora.
Yes.
And in case, you know, you missed it, Aurora is one series away from making it to the playoffs. TNC is trying to fight for their fight for their life. Technically, what do you think should both of the teams do para maipagpatuloy pa rin nila yung kanilang kampanya for the playoffs?
Okay, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I think CNC themselves are having a difficult time right now. Of course, despite Idol kasi Coach Wolf, they have a great support system there. But with their current run in the tournament, I do believe they'll be having a difficulty here. And they have to win 2-0, if I'm not mistaken, against Aurora, right? So it's a really difficult fit because Aurora right now is looking good. Nandiyan yung idol ko, yung Red J as well. So, man, it's... TNC, it's going to be a miracle run. If they are going to win this series against Aurora, then great. But Aurora is still looking good here. I'm not sure, though. Aurora will be having the best of this match against TNC.
All right, so you mentioned a lot for TNC struggling, and that this might be a very difficult ask for them to sweep this so that they can continue their hope for the playoffs run. So one very little thing, if you're analyzing this game right now, if you're on the desk right now, what would be the one thing that you'd want to point out that TNC needs to do so that they can potentially sweep the series against Aurora? What's your main area of focus here? It can be a position, it can be a player. Who do you want to stick out here and focus on for TNC Pro Team?
Okay, I'm not really pretty sure because of the previous match we have seen merong 1-1, no?
Yeah.
Many shake-ups, many surprises picks, but this time around, TNC must stick to their guns here. It's not really experimentation anymore. If they are comfortable to use such heroes, they will use it. And I think Coach Wolf on the support staff will do it this way. It's really going to be a comfortable picks here against Aurora this time around. No more experimentation.
I get you.
All right, I like that. No more experimentations. Wala nang, kumbaga, wala nang intro-intro. Kami rin, wala nang intro-intro para sa'yo, Deadeye. Prediction for this match. Who do you think is gonna be getting the victory? Sorry, man. I had to get, so kailangan may score. Kailangan may score.
Putting me in the spots. Yeah, it's gonna be 2-0 for Aurora for me. Coach Wolf, big shout out to you, idol. I'm a fan.
It's just making sure, but again, Deadeye has already given, his thoughts para rin sa ating audience, alright? Pwede nyo ring ilabas ang inyong mga bias. So just in case, malalaman natin yan in just a bit. But I feel like, for now, it is time to say goodbye to Deadeye. I am sure na a lot of people have learned so much from you. Deadeye, maraming salamat once again. And, we'll probably see you next time. And for the English panel, Brigida and Mar, I guess we're gonna go back to duty again.
See you guys.
See you, Deadeye.
Bye.
See you, Renmar.
We'll be right here doing our jobs.
Bye.
Dito lang.
And
Right
we're back.
here. And we're back.
And we're doing our jobs again.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That was so cute for Deadeye sharing his background, the way he made it to MPL Singapore after just taking a chance. So you learn a lot. You might just really not want to miss taking some opportunities that are presented directly.
Sometimes all you need, it seems like, is the love of a great partner to push you to the next level.
Yeah.
And in Deadeye's case, to push you to go to the MPL.
Oh, congrats and good luck to our fellow Filipino at MPL Singapore right now. But as mentioned earlier by the Filipino broadcast panel host Hans Galleria, it's also time that you guys show your support. So similar to how we've been doing it for all the previous series, who do you think will win this match? Is it Aurora, Mlbb, or TNC? It's time to vote now via the online poll. And of course, the panelists will have to answer this as well.
Just say it.
Okay, mine's Aurora.
Aurora, I'll be that guy. For the sake of a good story, for the sake of a potential miracle run, even though I agreed with Deadeye, this most likely will be a 2-0 for Aurora. Just put TNC up there.
All right, so
Put TNC up there for me.
we'll have different votes this time. Oh wait, have we updated our bias board?
Oh yeah, we
haven't
need
yet.
to update it.
What's
So
the-
now I have 5
Okay,
correct.
so now I'll have 3 dinosaurs here.
Did you?
I acted out the.
Did you just act? Can you wait? Sorry, I didn't see that. Can you do that again, please?
I just did that.
Ah, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
The dinosaur.
I'll have 3 dinosaurs now, and you'll have 4 pandas. So-
5.
Wait. Really?
Yeah. But we also have to update for Leo and Naisu because they also have their predictions because we have like a spreadsheet that we put in our predictions. So yeah, for Ingan also need to update for Rockhart. So yeah, it's our good old little bias board.
And
Did you say what consequence you're gonna do if you lost this?
I think we haven't decided on it yet.
Yeah, I think we gotta make it official for like the playoffs or something.
Yes, and align with the Filipino broadcast
Yeah.
at least on whatever the consequence might just be.
Hmm?
But if you also watched the previous series, I think you witnessed the numerous recalls spammed by TLPH.
Hell
So
yeah.
it's not just them, it's a lot, or the other PLPH teams also having their own specialized recalls. So those are all available now, and you will be able to represent your favorite teams in the most unique way possible. So don't forget to log in the game and get yours now. It's ongoing for a very long time, but at least it would take 1,000 diamonds to secure each. So
Around,
choose
yeah.
wisely on whichever recall you want to get first. This is the Team Liquid recall that the entire
Yeah.
team was spamming earlier.
I'm not gonna tell you exactly what to get. All I'm gonna say is hop into the game, go to preparation, and then go to the area with the spawn recalls,
Yeah.
so that you can see which one is best to spam. You can just spam it in the preview, even if you don't own it, so you can see which one is the best one to spam.
Yeah. You just
But I will tell you, TLPH, Fnatic, Onyx Philippines, they're pretty good, guys.
Yeah.
They're pretty good to spam.
even those from Dewa and other teams, I think they're pretty decent. Like
Yeah.
they look good. The animations, even I think RSG it looks well. Decide for yourselves. We each have our own taste, but those are a lot of MPL, PH, and even ID recalls that you can potentially get for yourself and spam in game. So don't forget to check that out as we slowly go back to the last series we'll be watching for today, Aurora versus TNC. It is a must sweep for TNC Pro Team if they want to remain for playoffs contention, but Aurora Mlbb, they can go to the playoffs if they get this win. So let's see who will be playing for both of these teams and how will we be ending this final series. Let's head over to our team intros.
This is our final match of the day, and our marshals, Jeff, Chico, Hat, and JJ. Turn up the lights in here, baby, because they are ready to take that spot in the playoffs today. Give it up for Aurora! To fulfill the promise of the Phoenix rising again from the ashes, there's no backing down now. Let's cheer our loudest for TNC Pro Team! And their coaches. For the side of Aurora, Coach Master the Basics. For TNC Pro Team, Coach Wolf.
It's time for the face-off. Hatred, you step forward. Hatred, paano mo babawian ang Auroras? Ano ang palag mo?
Gagalingan namin kasi gagalingan rin nila eh.
Yue, paano mo masisiguro na hindi makakabawi ang katapat mo? Ano ang palag mo?
Spread love, not hate.
Palag kang palag, fist bump. The light of the Auroras or the fire from the Phoenix. Let's enter the Lanadon panel. Pasok.
I don't think there's any translation needed for that. Spread love, not hate. According to Yue, the mid lane magician, and this is Aurora Mlbb. Again, one match away from securing their playoff spot.
Yeah, Yue needs to. I was about to say another thing, I just realized would sound off. But yeah, Yue will definitely need to continue his aggression here. If he ends up with either the Valentina, the Zaz, if it's possible for him. But then you also see teams respecting the Vexana, the Aurora. Yue is so all around, and so he needs to be careful because I think TNC Pro Team will want to hunt him down.
And the version of TNC Pro Team we're seeing right now is one that reminds us of their previous versions way back in the beginning of the regular season. It's Hatred and SDZYZ back in action here for TNC Pro Team.
Yeah, Hatred needs to go against what Yue said. He needs to spread hate all over Aurora. Yeah, let's go with that. If you was gonna be aggressive, Hatred needs to be aggressive. That's always been Hatred's most glowing quality.
Yep.
His aggression.
Yeah.
Last year for TNC Pro Team, this year rather, it's just the aggression that he shows is absolutely top notch.
Yeah, and if one thing, it's also, I guess, the versatility that Hatred can offer as a mid laner here, especially now that we're seeing so many new heroes being introduced to us. Previously, when Hatred was able or showed himself up, he was one of the first to bring out the Gusion mid lane. So
Yeah, I'm thinking about Gusion too.
right, I can't tell what other plans the CNC Pro Team have in mind at this point, but for the Infinix keys to victory for Aurora Mlbb, let Renegade soar higher than the Phoenix. Renegade with the new haircut, by the way. TNC, play like you have nothing to lose. We all know TNC, when it comes to this point, they do tend to perform really well, and for both, contest the Mathilda.
Yeah, TNC Pro Team, again, ultimate strength is early to mid game. Escalera, well, when on that Matilda, they play really well, they rotate really well. So, Aurora would want to contest that, and if possible, make sure the Matilda ends up in the hands of Renegade, which has proven to be tried and tested up against a team like TNC Pro Team that, of course, like everyone else, likes to pick those assassins. Renegade has shown to be the assassin of assassins when he plays at Matilda with how he shut down Carl TZ on the Ling as a Matilda in the last time Aurora faced Team Liquid Philippines.
Yeah, and I wonder how different this version of TNC is going to be from the previous versions, which were the ones to introduce the entire Mathilda Faramis duo, those who were slightly leaning towards how they really execute the team fights. Because in their previous lineup, one thing that remains a question to me is their ability to sustain the aggression and the dominance that they really deploy in the early stages. Like, it isn't new to us how they fail to often convert these early game advantages into direct, let's say, objectives, even turrets. But then Aurora Mlbb is one that is known to be capable of that. Their difference in terms of average game time is just 10 seconds. So they have really close conditions or playstyles that we might really want to consider heading into this match. And now, Aurora side selection priority win rate, oh wow, it's 50%. It's 50-50 for them.
Yeah, for Aurora, I think they really just have to go into this and show TNC Pro Team that they did great. They improved their early game. It was Renegade himself who mentioned that, I forgot who they faced off against, but it was they themselves who said, our early game is one of our weaknesses right now. We need to improve it. In their latest matches, they have improved that. So TNC Pro Team need to be careful, make sure that Renegade especially does not end up with the heroes that can really set the tempo. And as we are now here in the draft, you see as Aurora would prioritize the Ling, surprising to me in this current metagame. But TNC Pro Team respond with getting the Cho and the Khalid. It was Aurora themselves who banned out the Matilda, so that's not going to be an option for them. It's a great first two picks for TNC Pro Team.
This is interesting. I feel like the Khalid doesn't differ much in the way like a Terizla is being carried out, and Heads is known to be one of the like the Terizla for Heads at least is one of the best or the most comfortable heroes he's ever played, and now he's going to show us the Khalid. So the Terizla instead that we've been mentioning goes into the hands of Edward this time. So both cores for Aurora Mlbb have been revealed. What? This is such a quick draft.
Yeah.
The first base passed by so fast.
Yeah, they're just drafting fast. I mean, knowing the tendency here of Coach Itamax, Coach Itamax has gone up against, was rivals with these group of players for a very long time. And back in Season 9, it was Demon Kite and RSG that he faced. For a good amount of his career, he had to try to draft and outplay against Edward and now even Renegade, Yue, Doming, those variations. So if you add to that the factor of like, if you go back at the previous casts of Wolf, he could, similar to a lot of the analysts here in MPL Philippines, you could easily call out or predict the picks of teams like Aurora, the coach master of the basics, the coach Bonchan staff. Then it's no surprise that they're drafting into this so quickly. It seems like everything that in their game plan is happening right now.
I wonder if now we could potentially see the Julian being flexed since it's Hatred going into the mid lane here for TNC Pro Team.
Yeah.
It might be good for them to secure a different jungler depending on the approach that they want to do, because based on the picks that TNC Pro Team are showing so far, they might just want to amplify their early game presence.
Yeah.
This is a Khalid and a True, so it might be Demon Kite being the target for the early game here for TNC Pro Team.
A good ban here on the Angelo by TNC Pro Team. I think one of their problems again really is going to be the pick of Yue. The Valentina will still be open alongside his favorites, the Vexana, Aurora. But don't forget, one of the best heroes that Yue has played and has shown great gameplay with a great comeback is Lilia.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the lineup of TNC Pro Team, I wouldn't be surprised if once again they win the early game. But if they can't end it, it might be because Yue ended up with a Lilia.
That's going to be a problem here. And all of those are still available for Yue if they do want to ensure that they at least have ways to defend and I guess prolong this game for TNC or against TNC Pro Team. So now, what a win rate coming in here for Doming whenever he gets his hands on the Harris.
Undefeated.
This reminds me of like how you mentioned the Sanji Louis being on 100%, but now it was open for Aurora Mlbb.
Yeah, that's why you can afford to pick up a mid laner that might be actually a bit more control-minded if you want to catch him. I think, yeah, they're flexing the idea of a Julian flex. What if we might just end up seeing Hatred end up with a Gushen, you know? Or maybe a crazy fighter mid. What if we don't even see the Escalera pick? What if this is an EXP? Oh, wait, no,
What if it's a Rome Khalid?
Yeah. You know what? No, I'm going to have to check myself on that. What if this is a mid-Jew? They pick up like, I don't know, Raphael or something?
Okay.
Or Ernestus?
I would have said Golcho, but then there's a clause, so never mind. But there are a lot of other opportunities still possible here for
but
TNC Pro Team.
if we follow Deadeye's advice and no experimentation, then the most basic thing that you can go for is a jungle Julia, then go for your normal mage. Valentina gets picked up. I would like them to consider picking up either a Lilia, if they want a bit more crowd control, Aurora over the Vexana. However, they will be giving the Aurora ult to the Valentina.
Yeah.
So that's something they really have to consider.
And so we will also find the answer as to whether this is indeed going to be a Julian jungle for Kaizen.
Yeah.
Because I remember Kaizen prioritizing the Nolan whenever possible. But again, yeah, the Nolan's banned out, so there aren't any possibilities.
But Hayabusa's still open, actually. So if ever they decide to flex the Julian into the mid lane, they still have the Hayabusa available.
Wait.
Who's that?
Oh, it is the
It's
Aurora.
Aurora, yeah.
Alright, so following Deadeye's advice, they stick with the standard drafting, the comfort picks here for TNC Pro Team. And I remember Hatred also being able to show us the Aurora already previously when they played earlier into this regular season. But so far, looking at it, the early game potential remains here for TNC, and I think we're already seeing it here in the draft index. They're double the amount, the values of the early to mid game potential against Aurora Mlbb.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. This is as TNC as you could get. Crowd control, the push, early to mid game. That's very TNC. But then if you look at the late game, Aurora might bring it there.
Let's see what happens in game number 1 of TNC and Aurora. Casters, take it away.
And away we shall. Welcome to the land of Dawn. Game 1 in a best of 3. Aurora Mlbb versus TNC Pro Team. Leo here at your service alongside Naisu.
Here we go.
I hate how the draft just fits their character, man. I hate it.
For both of them?
It's too perfect.
Well, you know what? I think, the panel, I liked with some of the ideas they were going through here and what it's ended up doing now for TNC. And part of that is just, I think going back to the keys to victory, play like you have nothing left to lose. And historically, we've seen TNC in that position where when they do kind of have that off their shoulders, they play their best. And it's unfortunate that, at this point, remember what they have to do here. They have to sweep this, right?
That's right. Every game 1 means we'll end the night quick. And if TNC have their way, that's what's going to happen. Luckily, again, as previously mentioned, they have the draft on their side. Now check this out. Whoa!
Whoa! Already early damage. Good flicker, though.
Changing.
Good flicker from Edward, as you were saying.
Looking at that draft, lane per lane, let's start with the XP lane. Again, Escalera. What's up, Escalera?
I don't know if you're going to get a chance. First blood going to the hands of Renegade. So, yeah, Escalera, I mean, you know, he was just trying to do what we usually see Cho do.
I don't think he got the memo. They got a little too aggressive down bottom. They're like, Jomi, we're going out. What?
Whoa.
Jomi, I said, we're going out!
Now they're looking for more under the turret. Heads does take a couple shots.
He's fine.
From themselves,
Whoa!
and now joining the fight. Demon Kite's there, looking for Heads. Does get the flicker out, so Heads is going to keep alive for now. But at least they get on the board.
All right, you know what? I'll double down. XP lane and mid lane. Because you can kind of count Heads as a part of that mid game. All right, that mid lane rather. And now, gold-wise, I'd give a slight advantage to Doming. Doming is... you know what? I have to do it now, live on broadcast. I have to apologize to Doming. I don't appreciate him as much as I should. He's a diamond in the rough, and I don't sing his praises hard enough. And now look at this. Demon Kite and Doming force out a blazing duet.
Yeah, force that out. And I think it's just one of those things where Doming is just a little more low-key than a lot of the gold laners. Hold on. In the jungle, there's the freeze. Renegade is going to get taken out.
My boy.
Hatred helps cap that out. So TNC finding another kill on the board.
I mean, they sent 4 dudes.
Yeah, they did. They used a lot.
They used a lot, and here's the thing. They didn't commit to stealing away the buff. I wonder how bad that's going to bite them in the behind.
Yeah.
Because look, like,
they got the objective. They got the turtle, you know, and
eventually
pick up the kill.
And so far, I think, yes. I think the TNC are now back in the driver's seat. Can't confirm. So save for the gold lane, TNC win every lane from there.
I'm going to go back to what you were saying there. What do you think it is about Doming? Is it just, hold on, Escalera, hold that thought. He's looking for the kick. Won't be able to find it. There's the response coming through. They jump in, they get the flicker out, and onto defense. TNC, no one falls. So going, I mean, this gold lane itself has been very action-based already.
By themselves.
By themselves.
They are an island at this point, and I think it's in those moments I can truly appreciate Doming. Weirdly enough, more than I can appreciate him in team fights. Because he doesn't get to the point where in team fights are automatically won when he comes in without weathering the first 5 or 6 minutes. And I think that's where the magic of Doming lies. That's where I think again, much to my own misgiving, do not give him enough credit. Because he holds it down so well.
Like he just scraps in the goal.
He just scraps it. That's why he gets to the point of being called Pal Doming, which is in English just a rich guy.
A rich guy.
Rich Doming.
I remember even Doming Nation before
There
when he was playing the Claude.
So how do you establish a Doming Nation? You gather your resources. You invest in the right funds.
That's true.
And now that benefits the rest of Aurora. And they're going to need that. They're going to need that in insurance policy because TNC is not going to let up.
They're not because Escalera is jumping in
Nice
with
kick.
the kick. Going to find the mark. Renegade already taken out. Good response, TNC. Momentum in their favor. Edward is around the corner. Doesn't have the flicker though, but is going to get forced out of the area. Does still wait for the team to get back. Gives the information. We'll get the flicker out from Heads. Penalty zone already expended as well, and Escalera quite low. Demon Kite waiting patiently to try to take the turtle, but he won't as SD secures that one.
All right. Let's talk about TNC, and I think we're skirting a major fact here.
Tell us.
It's a new mid-duo.
Yeah.
It's a new trio, technically. You have Hate and SD.
SD.
That's my boys, J-Lord and Daniel Chu.
Yep.
It's been a while since we last see play.
Mid lane. He's going to stay alive still. We've seen this time and time again, but in the mid lane, they're still going for more as SD is going to drop. Renegade will go down as well, so they trade the roam for a jungle. Going back to it, yes, it is a little bit of a different TNC than what people have seen for the previous weeks.
And here's my theory. The fact why in the past 5 minutes alone we've seen back and forth, aggressive or not, TNC go, think twice about how they approach is because of this new duo. We were so used to Kaizen and Lancey winning the early game. Oh, Doming!
Doming 1 versus 2 takes the brunt of the damage. Domin forced under it and will stay alive. Even going aggressive just to force Escalera back a little bit more.
See?
He does it, man. He's a scrapper.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Look, he sent the 2 dudes back. And he's not done!
He wasn't done.
Right.
Sends Escalera too.
So here's what I'm saying, right? The aggression that Hatred and SD have might be a different kind of aggression that Heads, Escalera, and Kozin are used to. So that's why they could have definitely gone like 7-2 or 6-3. You know what I mean? Like just change those numbers a wee bit, grow this lead to about 1,000, and then maybe convert to better objectives earlier on, like not just 2 turtles. But I might be nitpicking, but that's what we're reading. That's what we're seeing from the new duo.
And not only that, but like we have seen time and time again where TNC gets the control of the early game. You know, like they are locking in some objectives, they lock in some of those early team fights. But it's always that transition into that mid to late game where usually whatever iteration of TNC we've seen has struggled and had to adjust from.
So now maybe they might have a new Achilles heel or a new speed bump to deal with. But also, it might not even be something to worry about because it's close here. TNC about 200 up, given over the last turtle to Aurora. And it's not like it's a sudden turn. It's more a consistent build-up that we're looking at TNC do here.
Heads! Demon Kite going for heads. Already the Sandstorm going to use. He backs off, respects the fact that heads does have good damage and can just heal up as he did with the guard. So now it looks like they go ahead and trade turrets. Tier 1 on the top for TNC, and then Tier 1 on the bottom for Aurora.
Take it back, Joseph.
Oh, no, Tier 2?
It's also Tier 2!
Oh, he's got enough damage on it. I don't think they're going to be able to stop him in time. It looks like he'll go back, though.
He's thinking twice because he gets too
Escalera
much, and there's a kick.
Goes with a kick on Edward. Gets the Frigid Glacier to help out with the fight, but Edward getting locked down. Won't be able to escape. Renegade and Domeng trying to join the fight. They'll be able to find Kozin, but he BMI's off to safety. Demon Kite now on the hunt. We'll be able to find him. Clashes down. Picks up the kill, so it's still a trade for a trade.
Counting their blessings for them. TNC, luckily, Kozin didn't spend the flicker. I think he knew. He knew as soon as he saw the Tempest of Blaze land on top of him. Oh,
I'm done.
He didn't click the flicker anymore. So with that said, TNC, they're trading. They're getting objectives on the way out, but they're coming at such high costs that now Aurora has the lead. This is about 500, 600 gold. Up now at 8 minutes, and we have a Lord spawning in the lower quarter at 30. And check this out.
Wow.
SD is the player with the most played games under TNC Pro Team. He's played 151, Joseph, holding 472 kills, which is the most total kills amongst those stats.
And you know, with that, like, you gotta remember, throwing it, what was the season like? Season 9?
Season 8 is the first time TNC ever became a franchise in Mlbb.
Okay, so, and I remember season 9 specifically when SD really made a name for himself. Back when the jungle emblem was Demon Slayer, was it?
He made Demon Slayer, Mage Slayer a thing.
Yeah.
Which now eventually became Veteran Hunter, Season Hunter. That's his legacy.
That's his legacy right there. And now this fight for the first Lord of the game, under half health right now. Escalera looking for that angle. Heads on the opposite side they go in. Edward already jumping in with the penalty zone. Now going to fight, break it out. Kozin has to use the Blazing Do It already. Once again, Escalera's going to fall, but Demon Kite will get the Lord, and now they turn on heads. He tries to get out, but he can't. Renegade is the only one to fall from Aurora, so they get just about everything from that fight.
And I see how TNC tried. They really did, sending heads back in to get the flank. But the problem with that, the issue is, this is not your damage type Khalid.
Yeah.
He was trying to hunt down for soft targets in the back, but instead got rope-a-domed and could have definitely been the front line to help heal. But apparently Aurora were able to deal with that. They were happy with what happened. And eventually, wait, was that Seal?
I believe
Demon
Kite got it, yep.
With a Grand Theft Orange. Aurora just taking TNC's lunch money.
Ends up getting that, and this is always that switch. For some reason at this point in the game, now top side, Tempest Blade's already used 2 penalties over there. Demon Kite does get taken out, but they're just fighting under the turret. So it's a double for heads. Really aggressive play from Aurora.
It's what they needed to do to push down tier 2 in mid and bottom as well. Aurora understand and knew what they were doing. To be honest, better if Demon Kite didn't die, but too late. They were there anyways. And that gave a lead over to Aurora, about 2,500 gold, a good chunk of it on the mid lane, and a good wee bit of it as well on the jungle. So if you're looking at Demon Kite, sure, 2, 1, and 3, compared to SE's 2, 3, 4, you still see a little bit of the DNA in SD, right? You see a little bit of that old utility jungle.
Yeah.
Bro, that was even before utility jungle was
That
a
was
thing.
before, yeah, I was going to say.
He made it a thing.
That was, so when he all started that was on the Karina, wasn't it?
That was on the
When he
Karina,
started?
and then slowly the Lancelot, then
Yeah.
the Akai,
And then we transitioned into the
and
Eternal
then,
Fredrins.
and then 6
Marcus.
months later is the Fredrin. So folks, if you guys don't know, this is Mlbb history. I'm thinking like February, March of 2022.
2022,
That
yeah.
is the height of utility junglers, and it's this man's fault right here. It's him and his coaches back then, which is the legendary Ren.
Yeah,
Who's
that's-
now the coach of Team Spirit
Team
from
Spirit.
the ECA, from the MTC.
And you know, for SD, like SDZYZ, the way that he jungles has obviously an effect on when we always talk about that mid lane trio and how this all plays a part. He's got a different style than what people are used to seeing, and it does work in a lot of cases. But against a team like Aurora right now with this lineup, there's other things that aren't working for them. Even if SDZYZ just goes in for enhanced chains and is able to pop off some damage, and then they follow it up with hatred, that is how they find the success. The problem with the team fights that they're going against is sometimes when Heads wants to be the initiator, sometimes he has to actually get out of there with the Raging Sandstorm instead. You can see he kind of layers this up by now picking up a Winter Crown.
Yep. So if Aurora are able to skirt around Heads and dodge that part of the process, TNT has to kind of MacGyver their way to a good team fight. And for all those kids who don't know what MacGyvering is, just imagine Fortnite, and then you're just building. Just build your way towards a winning position. That's what it means for
Just
TNC.
fast build.
Yeah, so just fast build, whatever. I can't believe
Old
I used
school
that.
Fortnite.
I can't believe I used that pun. Like, no one's
Hey.
gonna get it. Anyways, looking back, this is an enhanced lord we're staring at, approaching the 13-minute mark, and it's slowed down. Aurora are no longer as aggressive as they used to be, at least for the past 5 minutes. I think they're respecting the fact that maybe Heads is learning. Because as soon as they get them skirt around Heads,
Yeah.
it should be fine.
As long as they spot him out, and then Aurora anticipates where is Heads going to go with the Raging Sandstorm, they can actually avoid it, but also keep an eye on Escalera, because there's the kick we were just talking about into the Raging Sandstorm. Still under it all. Escalera goes down. The fighting power is there. Demon Kite looking for his own angle as he chases into the backside, looking for the triple. Gets the passive out, and Heads is stuck as well. Demon Kite already gets the triple, and Yue will try to catch up and just delay Heads from getting back to defend.
Them boys are now in the base. They're breaking through the mid. Joseph, I think it's endable.
Rora, I sit on the base, and Heads goes down as well. Yue picks up the kill, and the team Rora will pick up game number 1.
The Northern Lights pierce through and punish TNC's slip up. I mean, they tried. Escalada got an amazing kick,
Yeah.
and that was going to be
Into the Sandstorm, by the way.
possibly the best setup you could get as a lineup that works that way, but I could have sworn Demon Guy was supposed to be dead, but he got away with it. Bring it up, Renmar. Break it down over there. The Infinix gave them buying for us.
Woo! Things ended so quickly.
Yep.
For that game number 1 between Aurora, Mlbb, and TNC Pro Team. And I'd agree with the casters. They really tried. I think even for the entirety of that game, TNC felt like they were being a little bit more careful with their decisions. Yes, there was an intention to be very aggressive, but not to the point that they'd risk a potential, I'd say, snowball instead in the hands of Aurora Mlbb.
Yeah, I think one of the best ways that we can put it is that if you look at the wins of Aurora, as we look at the game MVP Demon Kite, they really waited in the sense that their ability layering was always on point. But it's not everyone tossing their ultimates at the exact same time. There's a window of opportunity that if you get that Ling crowd controlled and comboed, there's always a window that the Ling will be able to tempest the blades on out of there. Early on, we saw that TNC, again, typical TNC things. But they always hit a point at around after the 5th minute, to be more specific, around the 7 to 8 minute mark, something switches. As if instead of them being the ones to initiate, they're trying to think of a little bit more counter. Now, at that point, yes, you get the Ling,
Uh-huh.
but layer your abilities a little bit better because there are other heroes other than the Ling that you have to deal with when they enter.
Yep.
They blew all their abilities at once. Some got wasted because the Demon Cat was able to Tempest the Blades up.
Uh-huh.
And at the end of the day, it was just Aurora from every position.
Yep.
Once it got to the team fight, just played better.
I agree. Haven't paid enough attention to the other heroes here
Yeah.
for Aurora Mlbb, which, by the way, I think managed the laning really well. Particularly Tomeng against Kozen. You would understand why he was able to dish out that amount of damage when all of the members of TNC were too focused on Demon Kite. And as you've mentioned, unfortunately wasting a huge part of their resources, and that just almost cost them. No, it didn't almost cost them. It did cost them the game.
Yeah, because when you look at the sequencing for Aurora, wherein because when they're team fighting, one of the biggest conditions that they have is the ultimate of the Link, right?
Yeah.
So TNC Pro Team, if they just did enough to pop that Tempest of Blades early, but then necessarily not try to kill the Link, that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Because once you pop the templates of the blades out of the lane, you're good.
Yeah, that's
Now you can turn your focus to the other members of Aurora.
That's a different way to look at it. A lot of times, or we all know how that tends to be the workaround for majority of teams who aren't really at the or taking hold of the advantage. Just take out one major resource, which for TNC probably at the time was the Tempest of Blades, and that could have been it. But I guess they really just wanted to take him out completely, or there were probably a lot of factors that we have to take into consideration for TNC at the time. But then, yeah, Aurora gets the first game of the series, and I think even despite Renjay being the recipient or on the receiving end of a lot of the punishes from TNC or engages even most of the time, it's a similar story. It's the same situation. It still applies that, yeah, you put in so much attention for the first few minutes Renegade that you didn't even notice the other members of Aurora Mlbb gradually getting their items, their gold. So I think it was really clean execution once again from Aurora Mlbb. Statistically, especially from the previous games TNC has been playing, you would compare that they're relatively close.
Yeah.
But then it did seem like despite the surprise new lineup deployed here by TNC, Aurora just knew how to do things by the book for this game #1.
Yeah, and Aurora are a team that have the DNA of really just waiting for your right time. If you lose the early game, these players have had a long history of making comebacks. First Lord, second Lord, and then turning the game around from there. So if you look at Aurora, this is like a good showcase of some of their best defensive strengths in the macro and their offensive strengths in the micro. Their understanding of the timing as individual players, when to pop their specific abilities at the right time, how well they can do laning to, if they're not going to win the lane, they're going to minimize the wins of their opponents. Then when it gets to the macro, if they lost the early, they know how to layer their abilities and team fight well and conserve the right abilities, mark the right heroes and opponents to maximize their team fighting.
Yep, so you might just also really want to take Aurora Mlbb by surprise in a way that they won't be able to calculate and micromanage all of those things which we see them do, because they're a team who's very systematic in their approach and how they play the game. And that's for TNC Pro Team that we hopefully would be seeing in the next games, that they really do the keys to victory, that don't think of anything else, just play your game. And for those watching us right now, I know we're all looking forward to the next game, but if you want to win up to 90,000 diamonds, you can visit us here at the MPL Arena and post your live experience on Facebook and TikTok with the hashtags MPLS14 Live Experience. Don't forget to make your posts public and to tag the official pages of MPL Philippines so we can check who will be the recipient of these 90,000 diamonds.
I think I've seen like a couple of people already post on the MLB PHNet Facebook group that they won and did get the 90,000 diamonds.
That's a lot. I wonder.
Imagine just posting a selfie. You could post a selfie in the bathroom of Green Sun during MPL. As long as it's like, a family-friendly selfie, of course.
Or
of course. and get 90K.
Yeah, or maybe even at the booth. Who knows? Depends. And I know we're at the second to the last week of the regular season, and playoffs is coming near. But a lot of you have questions about the playoffs, and let's watch this short video to hopefully answer most of those questions.
It's all for that. You saw it.
This is the trophy. You're seeing it right in front of you.
It's gonna be here. It's gonna be here.
So close. You know what? I always remember how we invite those who might not be residing in the Philippines to visit us here if ever they do want to. Playoffs is again coming near. And you know what's the great part? Is that the playoffs will be situated once again at a hotel.
Yeah.
So if ever you're coming from somewhere far away, you want to watch the playoffs, then it should be no problem because it's still happening here at Green Sun Hotel Makati.
Yeah, and there it is. Our details. October 16 to 20 are the official dates of the MPL Philippines playoffs. Tickets are now going to be on sale starting September 28th. It is...
Wait, why did I look at my wrist? I don't have a...
Is it September 28th today? Tomorrow. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. Early bird prices there, regular prices there, and if you're able to catch the interviews earlier, there are lucky fans who can win Match 1 Day 1 tickets. So, now's your time. Come to MPL Philippines. You might get free playoff tickets. Do that. And you made a great point. The venue is in a hotel. So imagine, after watching the first day of the playoffs, maybe you go out to enjoy yourself in Makati, one of the best nightlife spots in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And then you wake up pretty late because, I don't know, you partied way too hard, but then you go straight downstairs, hopefully after taking a shower, to watch MPL Philippines playoffs.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It's near the airport. So regardless of where you come from, you can literally head straight to the venue for the playoffs, even before the playoffs.
It's like 30 minutes from the airport, even quicker, right?
Not even. I
Not
think
even?
Maybe 20?
Yeah,
Around that. So
around 15 to 20 minutes.
it's a huge advantage for those who really want to watch the playoffs on site. There are a lot of things you have to watch out for. If you do come visit here, there are meet and greets with the teams, the players themselves. There are meet and greets with the talents. There are Pansiklaban games, and there are booths that you definitely have to check out because you know the teams, aside from the recalls, they have their own interesting and special merch that I wish I could personally collect.
And there's going to be a lot more activities as well during the playoffs. We're going to be expanding the offers we have available for you fans in terms of how you can enjoy experience here live on site in Green Sun Makati.
And speaking of the ways you can enjoy, this is one of them. It's the smart gameplay pose. So they just have to copy the pose that they're seeing on screen and potentially win a redeemable in-game code. So come on, do the Demon Kite pose. And the accurate opening of the mouth. We're so particular once again.
They're both pretty good. They're both pretty good.
I
I'm
can't
having a hard time
decide.
selecting.
I can't decide between them. Oh, wow.
Can both of them win? The Filipino panel.
I'm sure they hear it.
Yeah, hopefully you guys hear it. They're having way too much fun right now with them. Yeah. Hey! That guy knows his stuff.
Yeah.
That guy knows his stuff.
And as I said last week, go keep rizzing. Just keep rizzing.
Yeah. Follow Brigida's advice. Just keep rizzing.
Congratulations.
Your turn. Do it. No, do it. Do it. Do the Demon Guy pose.
Oh, the demon. I thought the
No.
rizzing. Okay. Rah!
There we go.
Can you do it too?
All right. So I feel like for this next one, TNC Pro team need to recalibrate just a little bit. I mean, they're already, if I'm not mistaken, they're out of playoffs contention.
Yep.
So now let's just hope for the best.
And for Aurora Mlbb, they're one step away from securing their playoff spot. So shout out to all the Auroras watching at KMC SM North EDSA for this match versus TNC Pro team. This is so fun. Aurora Mlbb has a lot of watch parties going on every single week. I think last time they were in one of the biggest universities here in the Philippines. They had a watch party at Ateneo, the Manila University.
That's your uni, right?
It is my university.
I'm so proud. Just because you guys have a bigger lot than actual trees, unlike us in DLSU.
Oh, So we're talking about that. Oh no.
We've already discussed. We're from rival universities.
We are.
Except during my time, we still had horse carriages, I guess.
Oh, really?
No, of course not.
Oh, I mean,
I was already burning myself a little bit, and you burned me even more.
if you said dinosaurs, I would have.
No, come on, dinosaurs? No.
Okay.
Dinosaurs can't read. Come on, we gotta think.
Okay. But shout outs to all the Auroras watching at KMCSM North and South. We hope you're having fun there, especially as you're one win away.
Yun,
from
kakatapos ko lang
your playoff
magluto.
spot. Side
Ano
selection
bang nangyari
update.
sa ano?
TNC this time will be picking the
MPL Arena, so ayan.
side.
Shoutout po.
Alright, earlier we've seen the
Shoutout po
quick
sa mga viewers
exchange
natin dyan.
of
Maraming
plays,
salamat po sa
some of the
pagtambay sa TikTok, saka sa
TNC were, if I'm not mistaken,
Maraming
the
salamat. So,
Yeah.
match
No, whatever
match
TNC
2
decides to go for, just
match 2 na
commit.
to ng ano,
commit.
week
There's a
7,
play. Do
day
it.
1 mga
If
idol.
it looks shaky, do
Excuse me
it.
po.
Now, especially in this meta, if you try to be overly systematic about things, it's not going to go well. The best teams are calculated, but you
Game
see,
2 na to mga idol,
the video players, they
dropping
calculated
picks.
risks.
Uh-huh.
Junglers, the gold, the evil.
Sino kaya sa
the
tingin nyo
mid,
mananalo ngayon?
So,
Yung series na to
whatever
mga
your
idol,
draft
Aurora
TNC
ba o
pro team ends up being,
ang
most likely it's going to be a
TNC
lineup that can
Philippines
have a
mga
really
idol?
great early game as well. Just keep going.
Yeah, I'd probably also want to see them securing the winning matchups.
Shoutout po sa mga viewers natin dyan na nakatambay
Yeah.
sa ating live. Maraming
And I think
salamat
that's why
po.
they banned out the Harris.
Thank you so much. Papalo naman ako. Saan yan?
Greater help if it
Para
works.
manalo TN.
The early game, the
Sa FPL Arena mga idol.
focusing on to deliver for the early game, but it would also mean a lot.
Wala
for them
idol, wala idol. Sa international may code. Manood kayo mamaya, Mena.
Earlier, there was an attempt
Ibigay sila ng code
to
saka ano na.
down Edward, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
but then Edward actually served as one of the pillars of how
So
Aurora
nagbibigay ng code mga idol. Saka Singapore sa playoffs.
advantage. for
Tatambay-tambay
that
lang kayo
game.
dyan mga idol. Sa PH wala eh.
We're just that we're talking about. But
Namimigay sila dun sa mga nanonood sa arena.
for themselves, interesting, and now TNC Pro Team. The Phobius is open.
Yeah, I'm okay with the Phobius first pick here. However, with the Nolan, Haya,
Shoutout sa mga viewers natin dyan.
actually have
Na
enough.
nakatambay sa ating live.
Let's see. In terms of the heroes, they still have
Sa
dashes.
Facebook, sa
And I
TikTok.
doubt Aurora Mlbb
Alive
is
tayo,
the
mga
type-
idol.
I know Edward is one of those XP laners who still likes to use the R-Lot
Yeah.
in order to transport, but in this situation,
I think we've learned already that just don't pick Arlot into a Phobius. It's not impossible, but the Phobius, you're helping the Phobius.
and the Matilda is open though here for Aurora.
Oh, and there it
Mlbb.
is.
And they decide to pick it up. Okay. So at least there's a dash.
Yeah. It's a lot of dashes.
That's a lot. That's
But at the same time, they could easily rectify that with a good, strong single target crowd control, AoE, or just have the right amount of damage. Honestly, they could go utility jungler here for Aurora. They can go Bane, Alpha.
Balmond,
even.
please. Just
You
kidding.
know what? You know what?
What?
No.
You know what?
Maybe. We'll see.
That's just
We'll
me.
see.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
I don't wanna
already.
shut it down.
Yeah, I'm already happy with seeing the 1-1 today. Maybe for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Who knows? But,
So are they still gonna get the Pharym this year because it's open? But the Valentina is there, so nope.
no.
I like it.
And
Ruby Rome,
is it gonna be a roam?
It has to be. There's no other picks left that they can
Oh,
put.
That's right.
It
Unless
can't be
it's a gold, but
No, you can't. The only way that can be a Ruby Gold is if they put the Julian in the mid and pick a strong basic attack scaling hero in the jungle.
Yeah, that's true. And look at the win rate for Renegade on this Matilda.
Almost 65%.
It's 60 above is a great number.
That's crazy. 80% kill participation and 8 assists per game on average. That's a great stat line.
So it's very reliable if it were just based on that. And so far, a lot of magic damage coming in for Aurora, but I think we could say the same for TNC Pro Team so far.
Yeah, well, it's mainly the Phobius. I mean, the Julian. Scaling of the Phobius is like physical, and
Yep.
the magic damage abilities, if I'm not mistaken, are only skill 2 and a bit of skill 1, the second proc? Maybe I'm mistaken.
I wonder what the gold laners are going to be for Aurora, Mlbb, and TNC. They took out the Harris, but the Claude, that's still available here.
Good man.
Wow. Taking out the Louis even for Hatred.
Yeah.
Might it just be time for something different? Oh wow, they took out the Alpha!
Good call. Very good call.
What's
Again, they
next?
can go utility. You can take out the Bane too.
Yeah, take out the Bane.
Hayabusa, Ling, Fanny, all gone. Nolan, gone too. Take out the Bane.
So many junglers are out.
Yeah.
For
Happy birthday, Caleb!
Oh, happy birthday! Wait, 7, 11. Wait, 7? Oh yeah.
11.
He's 11 years old. He turned 11 years old today. Happy birthday to you. That's so cute. He's celebrating his birthday at the FPL arena.
Yeah.
Watching, I guess he's supporting Aurora. He's at the Aurora side. For what that would be such a cute birthday if they got into the playoffs.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's gonna be great.
All right. Okay.
I think we just saw our 3,000 diamond winner already. Come on, it's his birthday.
Wait, there's a thing about birthday boys and winning. Diamonds are not just even diamonds. But wait, it's not the Bane. It's the export being banned out here for TNT Pro Team. All right.
I get it, but at the same time, the Bane is better against the lineup of TNC.
Yeah, it answers so much.
But then I feel like Aurora know that, so they might think something else. You know what? I wouldn't be so mad about a Bauman pickup.
Yes! Come on!
I said it earlier, I joked about it, but I get it. Bauman or a Bane?
Bauman or a Bane.
It's my 2 cents.
Yep. I mean, the only remaining assassins at this point are the Fanny, the
okay.
no,
Saving
the
it for
Fanny's
later.
gone. So it's really just what? There aren't any assassins left as much. The Amon, what the Amon?
Yeah, and you don't want to give the Lancelot.
We can't sue you. We can't use Suyu yet.
Yeah,
Not
no,
yet.
you can't use Suyu until the
Not
playoff.
Not yet. All right.
So that's either a Balmond, a Bane, or
something else.
there was a hero on the tip of my tongue. I just forgot it.
What is it? What is it? So is it an assassin?
I can't
Is it a
remember.
pro-
You're pressuring me. I really can't remember. Not assassin.
Okay.
I don't know. I think for TNC, let's look at TNC. What? Go for Claude.
Oh.
They need mid. They need more control.
Okay, wait. I'd say.
Vexana.
Is there Claude or?
What is it?
Oh wait, that's an Iksha.
Iksha. Ooh. Oh, then just pick up Bane.
Okay, let's just pick up Bane. Fine. I'm fine with Bane. How about you just give us the Balmond?
Yo, give us the Balmond, yeah.
How about you just give us the
We
Balmond?
really just want to see the Balmond.
Come on.
I mean, history, statistics, all of that show that it's most likely going to be a Bane.
Yes, yeah.
Right? If not that,
Okay, let's.
then it's gonna, if they're really thinking about it, it's something else.
No, it's a Paquito! It's a Paquito!
We were talking about this earlier too.
Oh.
You can actually bring Paquito back in this meta.
Oh,
But against a Phobius and a Ruby and a Vexana, if Paquito wins this, Demon Kite played one of the best Paquito games of his life. And hopefully we get to see the AP Bren champion, finals MVP skin.
Yeah, I mean, it did show up earlier. But that's a huge gap between the early to mid game potential once again for TNC.
Yeah.
So they'll have to hold it.
But one thing we have to look at, if we look at the early to late game potentials, yes, that's all TNC. But the important part is actually the damage and survival potential,
Damage and
which
survival.
trumps
Oh.
for Aurora.
This feels like an intense matchup. I wonder what's gonna happen. Let's get over to our casters, Leo and Naisu.
With Aurora on match point, they
Welcome
debut
to Mobile
another
Legends.
pick. This time, the Paquito in the jungle. Welcome to this second game in this best of 3. Leo and Naisu bringing you the action. Joseph, no one saw this coming.
The 1-2.
That's the 1-2.
That's the 1-2.
When was the last time we saw a
Oh,
Paquito?
man.
I remember it was hot in like 2022, 2023. Like when a Link would land, he would get beaten down by a Paquito.
Yeah, and I feel like it was like then it became like a niche pick almost for certain junglers. Demon Kite was one of them.
Yeah.
So, like me being a Demon Kite fan, like I'm not too surprised that he actually brought this to the table.
You know
but
he can.
Yeah, but because just the fact that we don't see it.
Ay,
often,
mga idol,
and
start
like
na.
the panel said, the main point of that is the
Natin
line
kasi
of the
na
third
magkakaroon
next.
ng
I
advantage
mean, we
sa
can't deny
match.
the index that we saw, the
Game
numbers,
2 mga
everything
idol
else,
kung
but
Aurora
that's
ba o
part of
1K.
the equation here is like, how is this going to play out? for
Makikita
Demon Kite,
niyo
especially the
almost
fact that you have so much
Pantay na
also
sila ng gold, 100 na
survivability
kalamangan
in
na
essence
out.
from TNC's lineup.
Dito mga
He's
idol.
got to get in there. So what's the goal for?
Tamang
To knock
tansyahan
out
lang.
Hatred,
So
to
dito
punch
si
Kozen into the ground.
Julian pinasok to si
Getting
ano si
a little
Edith.
bit of flack here from SD and
Pero
Head.
rumes po yung mga
There's the
kampi.
answer.
Tingnan natin siya
Oh,
magbibigyan
fire back
dito.
on Renegade.
So low health
Has
dito
a
sa
little bit of
Matilda.
shield to
Pati
help
si
out. Everyone
si
goes
Jillian
in.
pero nakatakas.
SD's going to be fine too,
Nabuhok
though.
na lang
Gets
yun
out
mga
with the
idol.
swords.
He almost
Ah.
hurt the boy. Anyways, for those who else
Shoutout
want
po
to
sa mga
try
viewers
to do
natin dyan
this,
sa TikTok, sa
Demon Kite is
Facebook.
rocking
So much
Assassin
po.
Emblem,
Yeah.
Thrill,
Sa
Season
pagtambay sa
Hunter,
aking live.
and the
Mamaya magkakaroon tayo ng 5v5 mga
Yeah,
idol.
so we'll see again. That's the
Daming
mindset. If
sumali.
I were to step into his head, his brain as a potential Bane player, and then suddenly he just switches over to the Paquito, I'm like, that's what he wants to do. He just wants to kill Kozen, wants to kill Hatred. But how does he get there? That's the question. How does he get there?
And I think maybe that's part of the equation too here is the fact that like once you know, and depending on how the timing works, like Demon Kite can actually put enough pressure on Kozen so that, you know, you interrupt even the full
Well,
barrage here.
turtle
Fight
fight,
for the
sinama
turtle
ako na ng
though.
unang
TNC
pagong at
controlling it.
nakakuha
SD will go ahead and
dito
cap
ay
that out. The fight's
yun
still going to break
yan.
out though. Eternal
Idol.
Guard already dropped down as well. Primal Wrath popped out. It looks like Rora's just going to go ahead and retreat from the fight. They couldn't get the objective, so no one goes down at all.
The Phoenix Army asserts dominance. Again, they have the numbers advantage. Big body block at that Eternal Guard. And still, the highlight of
Oy,
the
ganda
story
nga
is
naman.
that
Kalera.
on Demon Kite. You see
Bugs
that
to,
moment,
mga
right? You
idol,
saw that
pero
little
ayun.
kick. Bro, they couldn't come in.
Kahabaan
Because if they
ng
committed, if
disiplina.
Demon Kite punched in, used his combo,
Tamang
he
poke
would
lang,
have to
mga
commit
idol,
into
ang
it.
ginagawa
If no
dito.
one gets knocked out, he's
Bugi.
basically dead. Because even
Kalera,
Renegade
kaya
can't save
sila
him. Renegade
pinagdapan,
isn't
lusog
as
na
strong
naman.
yet. He doesn't provide as much
AKA Ren J.
Maybe when
Ang
Renegade
Hitman
gets
or
the
ang
last
Hillman,
bit,
mga idol. Tingnan natin kung sino ang
But
mananalo
also,
dito. Serye na
weighs
to.
on the fact that
Kaya
you have
medyo
to let
nagkakaamog yan na
everyone
mga
come
idol.
to set things up,
Wala mang
depending on
dito
what
sa
UA
gold
thinks too,
ang
right? Like UA
NC, almost
most likely is going to
300.
be taking the
Ay,
Eternal Guard
700.
himself.
Ay, hindi.
And
400
maybe that's
yan.
part of that front line, you know, plan for Rora here.
O, shoutout po
But,
sa mga viewers natin
don't
dyan, sa
forget,
mga soul
you
supporters
have
natin.
goals for you guys.
Here
Shoutout
we
po sa
go.
inyo
Miss
lahat.
Legends, type it in. That is the title of the
So, dito nagkabakbakan at
Renegade.
napatay doon ni Hatred si Renny J.
You guys type Miss Legends in.
Drew first blood on the. Anyways, that's a new mini-series debuting on TikTok, starring.
Some famous people here, right?
Yeah. Whoa, wait, Domeng!
Domang right now on the
4v1.
turret.
Joseph,
Oh,
this is a 4v1.
This is a tough situation to be in here. Domang trying his best. Will pop off some damage, but gets zoned out, zoned in. UA joins the fight. Who's he going to drop the Eternal Guard on? Drops it down right on the mark. But
Oy, ang
the rest of the
gandang
team a little
team
bit too
fight
late.
na nangyari
Team
dito sa bandang
Kite
taas.
deep
So yun,
into
nag-respo na ang
enemy
Turtle.
territory.
Look for a
12
steal here.
12 seconds
Go
mga
for
idol.
Rank.
Pero tamang
Level 7
Demon Kite
holding
dito
on
sa may
full
damuhan at
stacks here. Goes in.
bigyan yata dito sa Scalera pero low health. Pwede na buhay.
He
Mas
is knocked up with the enhanced chains. Now SD on the run.
bigyan
Atrid
din
as
si
well
ano,
goes in and
Hatred
fights
si Renny J
Renegade
na naman.
again.
That's the second kill on the
Pero
hitman.
na,
Suddenly
natin
he
kung
becomes the mark.
maabot ko ng game 3 o
TNC now up
hanggang
by 1,000 gold and another turtle spawned in the same spot
kaya
they scored it
mag-umpisa
from
ng
earlier
Turtle mga idol.
here in this game. And still yet nothing from Demon Kite's Paquito.
Yeah.
Am I
Ang
impatient?
ngayon kaya na.
On behalf of everyone watching, am I impatient or is there a
Uy, nilabas
master
nila
plan
si...
to this?
Ah,
You know, that's a good question right now, though. Look at what he's got to deal with. Full Barrage already dropped down, tries to go on Hatred. Will get
Hatred na
taken
naman
out,
ang,
though. So Renegade was trying to
pitas
save
na
him, but
idol.
unfortunately, maybe you got to be a little more patient.
And now,
Heads, tamang
Reds
ano lang.
and Escalera just pushing them back. So far, it's
Challenge
all
dun sa
the
Renegade.
TNC calling the
So,
shots 5 minutes in.
napakalahati rin
Two
yung buhay. Pero
turtles
yan,
scored
atake
and
na
about
sila.
2,000 gold
Half
ahead. And now they're going
At
to convert straight
napupush
to
na
that
ang
tier 1
Tori
up
dito.
top.
Yung
Joseph,
nakakadepensa sila
it's-
Renegade at
it's
si
frustrating. In that moment, you
Domeng.
saw Demon Kite put himself in that position.
Amado dito ang ano.
It's not like he just got
NC
caught out of the
sa
middle.
He's like, I want to be
He
here.
chose to be in there, and he tried to go toe-to-toe against Kozen and Hatred.
Yeah.
And you know what that looked like? It looked like a
Shoutout po sa mga
6'7"
viewers
guy.
natin na nakatambay sa ating live. Maraming salamat po.
Right?
Shoutout po.
He couldn't get in.
Comment.
can't.
Wasn't any range.
Pa-share naman ang live
And
natin,
that's
mga.
so. I don't know if that's what we're going to keep on seeing because that's why I was saying, you know,
Sa TikTok, check
part
yung
of this
shoutout
whole
po sa
Pokito thing
ating
for
dyan.
me
Thank you.
in the jungle is contingent
Maraming
on a
salamat.
lot of the lineup from Aura. You know, they have to make
Baka
things work.
naman.
And that's why now you see even just the protection on the buffs, like they have to get that locked in.
And that means
Yan,
Aurora
4-0 na mga idol ang score.
It's
At
literally
Yamado
the
dito
going
ang
uphill,
TNC. Tingnan natin
trying
kung
to
magbabaliktad.
build a bulk
Madalas
on
kasi ang TNC.
Yeah.
Sa early game ay malakas pagdating na mid to ano,
So right now, it's a miracle to
eight,
me, honestly,
medyo nawawala
that they're
yung
not
ano niya,
down any
momentum.
bigger than 1,500. So that means they're finding
Sa mapa doon
Where
yung
is it?
talo sila.
Rest of the team
Ayan,
trying to get there, but even Renegade
Domeng,
being there won't be
talo na
quick
naman
enough.
dito ni
Domeng just deleted very
Awesome.
quickly. Again,
Ah.
the lead now is building
Eksala
for
nila.
TNC.
This is
Lagi
Aurora
na-
put themselves in a position where they're less
TikTok
than
mga
reactive.
idol.
They are the hunted right now. They are prey. The TNC and TNC are going hunting, and it doesn't even need to be TNC going around like, you know, a pack of wolves.
Makabalan dito sila
They're just going
Rosen.
three-man,
So,
two-man
magbibigyan na naman
coalition,
yata
and
dito
that's
si
enough
Domeng.
to isolate the rest
Oh!
of
Oh! Taas na naman si
Again!
Herrera.
Man, Renegade, like he is not having a game. This one, game
At
two.
makukuha na nila ang
Ruin
pag-goal
his
ng
season
libreng-libre
stats.
ng walang
That's
kaagaw,
all
walang
turtles. That's all turtles going
kahirap-hirap
over
na
TNC.
All turtles. Everything else too.
Ito,
Pretty much
tamang
going to
talk na
TNC
ng
right now.
Kalera.
Aurora doesn't have
Sa
anything
mga
but
palag,
one
bali
turret
pa yun,
to work
napapaatas.
with.
Ganda
Demon
ang
Kite,
skill
you
na
can see this
pinapakita
heads
dito na
being tanky enough to force him back.
NC. Masyado silang
On this
naman.
phobia, so still
Sana
Aurora
magpatuloy
kind
kasi
of
ano,
looking for any
hindi pa
type
sila
of
nanalo.
glimpse
Baka
of
naman.
positivity in this game so
Binibigyan
far.
ng chance.
You know what? Her friend from
Ang
MPL
Aurora,
I did say
talo,
TNC
ang-
don't experiment anymore. You can't afford it.
Yeah.
He didn't say that.
Shoutout
for
po sa mga
Aurora.
viewers natin
Only
dyan.
Aurora here trying
Sa mga
something.
nag-heart react at nag-share na live. Thank you so much po.
jungle
Maraming
Pokito.
salamat po sa
That seems to be what
tamang
they were
ano,
going for.
tambay lang
I
dito
can't still
mga
paint a
idol.
picture in my head. I can't see it. What it wants to do. Currently, Demon Kite's rocking a Hunter Strike, and a Blade of Half the Seas. And oddly enough, how
Uy,
is he
Oh,
galing ang
Reggie.
pass
SD,
mo. Pero
Renegade.
nakita niyo mo yun. Dalawa yun
No,
nandun.
he's gonna
Okay,
survive.
he's okay that
He's
time.
fine. How is Demon Kite at the same
Wala
level
health
as
kit
SD?
si Demon kahit
I mean, he has spent a lot of time just
yun ang dumidepensa dito
Cutting,
sa top
farming,
lane.
cutting,
Then dito
Farming
sa bottom
through
lane.
the
Magkakaroon
jungle.
yata
I
ng
guess all of the
fight.
smoke comes went to him.
yeah. Like he's doing that. and
Aabangan nila
you know,
head si, ano,
going back
si
to the whole,
Domeng
do I need
na
to be
lumapit at
patient thing
Renegade.
if you're
Versus
sitting here
wala
rooting
namang
for Aurora?
Army. Pero
Maybe
Wala yung
that's
ibang
the case.
kasama
Maybe
nila.
this lineup
So,
will really shine once
5
they
versus
get to
3
more so
mga
the
idol.
late
Tingnan
game. And
natin
I
kung
think
saan
because
nakalamang.
even, again, the
So tamang
Renegade
check push lang dito.
has had a hell of a start. Like he
Sila,
hasn't been able to do much at all. He just picked up, I
Edward.
believe, the Flask of the Oasis just about a minute
At
ago.
ano,
So he's
Yue.
got that. Now trying to defend this mid lane. Look at the
Nabibigyan natin
damage
si
burst
Yue.
already on Yue. Gets
May trade,
taken out. The
nabigyan si
full
Yue.
barrage dropped
At
down
susunod
already.
dito.
Will clear out his eternal guard. And still, I set
Wala
on
rin
the
yan.
mid turret, but down a member. Are they going to go full
Tamang
Lord?
talk pa rin dito sa
Mid
ano,
lane
si
is still
Jose.
going for it.
Jose
Knock them up.
nagpasa
Demon
ni
Kite
MJ.
can't even withstand it either. And
Yung
Domeng
naabutan pa
tries
sa
to
Demon
run
Kite,
away,
patay
but it's just
triple
too
kill. Domeng
much.
patay din.
As it's a triple
Hatred,
for
nakabasag
Cozen and
dun to.
TNC.
Magandang
Full force right now in
ito
the mid
nangyari
lane.
pabor sa
TNC are
TNC
in
mga
full
idol.
control.
So ito na.
Not a single
Natin
kill.
kung magi-game 3. So yan.
Conceded over
Tama.
by TNC.
So galit na
A
galit
single
pa.
turret
Pinag-ibig
scored,
dito na
yes,
nila.
but nothing much past that.
Natin.
TNC up by 6,000 gold as they take the Lord. Here's an instant replay brought to us by Infinix. Look at this, the perfect position. Look at this. Look at. Ooh. That was with love from hatred. J-Lord just channeling everything that happened in game 1 like into that one EG.
And I guess that's been the story every single time, and that's why you mentioned this back in the game when the game started. Like you see them try to set something up like that, and then even Demon Kite, like they just get stopped in their tracks where they can't even move, like they can't actually control their characters, and then they just get zoned in. Like whether that's a full barrage or not.
At
What do you
ayun
do
na nga,
against
nakuha
that?
nila
You
ang
know, again,
Lord.
Escalera
Tingnan natin kung
going
ito
for the
maging
pull, gonna find it
ng
under the turret, takes a run of the
Pero
damage
naman
himself,
ang
but
lahat sila,
now
pero
full
hindi
barrage
pa
dropped
kasi
down
game
once
2 pa
again.
lang to mga idol.
Aura on
Tingnan
the
natin
bench,
sa game
still has
3
to
kung
work
sila pa rin
through
ang
the Aura.
makakuha
Hold on,
ng
turret, they drop
momentum
down,
para
turret
manalo.
guard, and now facing for heads, they'll
Pag
force
hindi
them
natin
back.
malamig
Oh,
dito,
wheel, not
pag-
enough though. as Heads gets
Wala
away
silang chance sa
with his
mga
life.
pass back.
Oh, look at this, the man-to-man. SD and Demon Kite.
Shoutout po sa mga viewers natin
SD
dyan.
wants to
Maraming
take, man.
salamat po
Again,
sa TikTok, sa
there's the main
Facebook.
difference. Joseph, there's the main difference.
What is it?
2 levels.
2 levels.
Say what you will about the farm.
Look at the goal
All right,
difference.
now, all right. Something tells me that was a little bit of a little
8-1 ang
oopsie
score,
earlier.
mga idol.
Or just suddenly, because of the Lord take and because of that push, the true net worth reveals itself. 7,500
Yeah.
and about 2,000 between SD and DK.
Pakito.
That's believable. Now that makes sense. All across the board, TNC are just far ahead.
And I'm trying to think here. TNC
Dahil may
with this
mamumuo
kind of
yata ang
lead, with
team
this
fight
massive
dito.
lead.
5v5
There's
to
no
mga
way.
idol. Wala.
Oh,
Uy,
no,
nagdami
yes,
pala
Valero
yung zero
Juventus
energy.
just picked
Another
off
shot
really
lang.
quickly again, time and time. The TNC now looking to maybe do a little bit more damage, maybe even
Nag-respond
initiate a
Lord
camp.
ng
I'm
7
not time for your
seconds
explanation.
mga idol.
I was gonna say, what, with this kind of lead, at this point, with this lineup, this is unlosable.
Uy,
Knock up,
parang
full barrage
lang.
right there.
Parang
Again,
combination
UA
yun.
goes down and now fighting under the mid-turret.
Parsa,
They'll
tapos
find
ano,
another plus the
ONW
turret.
yata
Demon
to.
Kite and Domag trying to hold it off together, but Demon Kite's already out of the picture. Domag as well, and Renegade is back. Another triple for Tosin. Looking to cap out one more. Crystal's gonna be worked out. He gets the Maniac, and we go to
Panalo
game
ang
3.
The fire still burns.
Ang game 3 pa tayo mga
Despite
idol.
the fate being sealed, TNC
Maraming salamat sa
plays
mga
with
viewers.
heart and takes us
Ang
to
tayo
game
2 viewers
3.
mga idol. Pa-share naman po ng live
There we
and
go.
heart react mga idol. Napakaraming tao ngayon sa MPL Arena.
Who's catching up?
Catching up, we were making up time for what happened in the previous weeks.
Ito
This
na
is gonna
laban
be a
to. Pag
treat.
nanalo
Let's
ang
see what
PSC,
Red
chance
Fire
po
is
yata
gonna
sila
take
makapasok
Jumbo
ng
Paquito.
playoff.
Let's throw over to the
Sayang
Philippines
lang.
Team Bayan.
Talunin.
I'm
mga
looking at
kalaban
Renmar and seeing what his facial expression
Shoutout
is.
po sa mga
to
viewers natin
respond
dyan.
to what do we think of the
Pagyan
Pagino?
na natin yung mga panelists natin.
Could have been something else. I mean, okay, understand. If they ended up with a Bane,
Yes.
conceptually, yes, but they might have been lacking on the early to mid damage.
Yes, I
You bring in
agree.
the Paquito to potentially bring the early to mid damage, but then again, you're up against the Phovius. You already had a lot of sources of dashes. You gave your last pick as another great source for the Phovius. And TNC Pro Team, I'm just gonna say, I'm glad y'all didn't mess that up.
Yes. Look at Escalera.
You went into that game with a winning draft.
And I think TNC Pro Team during that game, it just felt like they really had that common goal whenever they were looking for the engages, whenever they were looking out for targets. And for the first few minutes, definitely it was Doming that they wanted to shut down, that they were always on the lookout for. Doming reached a 0-2 standing, and right off the bat, our MVP highlights are starting with Doming as the first to fall here for Aurora Mlbb.
Yeah, and they almost, it wasn't a complete, they almost egged Aurora. They almost egged Aurora. A team that is very close to reaching a playoff slot, who has taken down some of the biggest teams this season. So for TNC Pro Team, it's like, again, this is like the most frustrating thing about someone who casts their game, or if you're a fan of TNC Pro Team, where it's like, you know they can do it. Majority of the time they go into games with really great drafts.
Yeah.
But see, common goal, as you mentioned, that's a great point. And if you don't hesitate, you just commit the play, just, you know what, just go for it. Why is it this is always like this with TNC Pro Team? I'm sure in the back of the heads they know they're out of playoffs contention. Suddenly they play like gods.
And it's been the recurring storyline for TNC.
It's been like that since season 11.
I mean, why did it have to? Excuse
Are
me.
you see? It got to the point where y'all left Maid Brigada breathless.
Why did it reach this point?
Why?
Like, it could have like came in a lot earlier, and we've seen them almost doing it, entering the second half, changing their jerseys, never wearing their black and orange jerseys again.
Yeah, and again, you gotta consider Aurora ended up with a signature Matilda for Renegade.
Yeah.
A really great, one of the signature picks of Edward this season, which is the Edith. A signature Valentino pickup. And you left them with just 2 deaths. So TNC, they do have the potential.
They do,
Most
they
of the
do.
time, they do actually win the drafts. I'm not mad. I'm not even disappointed. I'm just like,
it's understandable. It's valid. I feel the same. And it was also during this game wherein I felt like they really put in a majority of their attention to ensuring the winning lanes, particularly their gold lane this time. Like Kozen getting 2 triple kills, even a Maniac towards the end. It just speaks volumes about how TNC Pro Team, they were able to focus and narrow down like who they really wanted to activate in this particular game. And I think this brings us back to, if not week 4, if not week 5, week 4, the way or the time wherein they introduced the entire Matilda Paramis combo, and that was a different mid jungler that they even used at the time. But then now we're seeing it a very similar playstyle for this lineup or this version of TNC Pro Team still working. And beating Aurora Mlbb in this manner, a 60-2 kill score.
yeah, it's incredibly commendable. Which makes everything get a little bit more frustrating. You know what, if TNC Pro Team can end up with an extra pick again, just go ahead. Some of the best performances that Kozen has shown off has been with that Matilda. And the one winning game that they had, they also won a game with the Nathan. So that might be one of the things there for TNC Pro Team. Have a gold laner that doesn't necessarily need to dive in the front, but is strong with staying in the back, has a strong crowd control space creation ability, or can damage from a really good range.
It didn't feel like the usual Aurora, really.
Yeah,
for this
they were shut down by really good rotations and gameplay from Escalera and Hatred. Gotta give credit where credit is due. Even SDZYZ, they were patient with the turtles, and then they were aggressive at the right times. It's the main thing with TNC Pro Team. Their aggression at the wrong time is what costs them in the mid to the late game. Their aggression at the right time in the early game is what gives them that reputation for being one of the most difficult teams to face against in the early to mid game.
And for one of the rare times and occasions that we see TNC really sustaining that early to mid game all the way to the point where they ended the game relatively early, we see that they still really have a chance of rising. But then, if only we could disregard the reality that after that 2-1 victory for earlier series TLPH against RSG, now it's really unfortunate to know that TNC, they're out of playoff contention. So we just circle back to the idea that it is really frustrating to see everything happen at this point.
I'm a frustrated TNC Pro Team supporter, man. Like a lot of people are in the comment section. You know what I realize about you guys in the comment section? When TNC Pro Team are winning, man, you guys analyze the hell out of them. This is so much praise. And then I get why you guys can get so, let's just say, aggressive when they're losing. Because it's not anger, it's disappointment. But we gotta give credit where credit is due. Escalera played a really great game on that Ruby. He was very on sync with Hatred and SDZYZ. Again, but we could circle back. Why can't we get more of that? Why can't we get that consistently? Not just in the early to mid, but even in the mid to the late game.
And you know, he did vote for our TNC in the predictions earlier. He voted for TNC. I voted for Aurora. So that could have been his 6th Panda here in the bias board, and he's currently leading. He's currently leading the bias board.
Ta-da! This is the English stream bias board. Look at that.
It's updated, at least for me and Red.
Oh, let me just adjust raw cards here, right here. There we go.
See?
Look at all those pandas, y'all.
That's him. But he didn't. He chose to vote for TNC.
Nah, I'm gonna get my 7th. Wait, how many is that?
You're not.
3, 4, 5. I'm gonna get my 6th. I'm gonna get my 6th.
No, I already put your panda
2,
from
3.
earlier. That's 5 pandas.
No, but I'm gonna get my 6th. I predicted TNC.
Oh!
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh! I get it. Okay. Anyway.
Thanks for your support.
Now I understand.
We have a skin spiel.
Yeah, let's go. Commemorating AP Brand's victorious M5 journey, the first ever Falcons our finals MVP skin is available. It was shown earlier, so don't forget to check that out. But now we're watching the 8th birthday. 8th MLBB birthday. Wait, is that a panda? Is that what? pandas earlier, and now we're seeing another one.
This is so trippy. What the hell is going on? Do you have to voice over this?
Yeah, we do have to voice over this. And this is
It's me! No, that's Fuego. That's not me. That's not me.
but he was
That ain't
there.
me, y'all. That ain't me. And we're not brothers, and we're not cousins.
Yeah, but he's wearing a panda costume, and your emojis are pandas.
Yeah, I can't escape the allegations anymore. I am Fuego, and Fuego is Renmar.
So he's celebrating the 8th birthday of Mlbb. I'm gonna clap with Fuego. Happy birthday, Mlbb. And I think this is just a preview of a lot of what's to come, of all the events that are lined up.
Oh yeah, this is the celebration stream right now that we have on the official pages.
Yeah, this is on. Oh, actually, I think this is ongoing. So
Yeah, it is ongoing.
yeah,
That's
so
why we're there. Wow. Okay, now yeah, I can't escape it. We really do look alike.
happy birthday, Mlbb. It's the 8th anniversary. Wow, it's been 8 years. Imagine.
You were. No, we're not gonna do any age review. Oh man, I was 20 when the game came out. Dang.
How old was I when I first started playing? I think I was in grade 9. But that didn't like mean the time wherein the game came out. I think I started season 5 or 4.
That time, yeah.
Around that time. I am gonna check the most or the earliest seasonal skin I have in my account. But for now, yeah. Don't forget to check out AB Brand's victorious M5 Journey, the first ever finals MVP skin. Fist of Glory Paquito is now 30% off for first week direct sale purchase. Unlock the AP Brand Champion souvenir card to obtain Brody AP Brand Battle Emote, Elimination, Spawn, Recall Effect, and more. Now available in-game. Come and experience them in Mobile Legends Bang Bang. It's the first time we're ever having a finals MVP skin, 2 championship skins, so I really hope you do not let this pass. That's the Brody Super Marco previously cosplayed, and the Paquito that Flap didn't cosplay because according to Coach Ducky, he didn't have abs.
All right, yeah, he said that
He
in
said
the
that.
panel. No, we asked him, why didn't you get the Flap TZ to cosplay Paquito? It's because Flap TZ doesn't have abs. That is straight from Coach Ducky's mouth, yo. Look for the interview from last week.
Yeah, that was from last
that
week.
was last week.
That was all from Coach Ducky. By the way, who I'm looking forward to see what pants he'll be wearing for their next game, because last time he was wearing cargo pants, and a lot of us know he always uses denim jeans. Yeah, cargo pants. He was
Oh,
wearing
you're talking about Coach Ducky's pants.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the next game, and I was like, in this game theme, like, wait, why are you looking forward to seeing who wears what kind of pants? Steel leg plates or what?
No.
Ah, you're talking about Coach Ducky.
All right,
okay.
all right. And now we can finally go back to the game.
What a
Game number 3.
What a trip, Brigada. What a trip.
Between Aurora, Mlbb, and TNC Pro Team. Okay, finally, I can see Midnight rejoicing all the way from the Filipino panel, and it's probably because Khalid is banned out here. For this last game, we're not seeing any Khalids.
Yeah, and a good ban here by the NC Pro Team, respecting the Harith of Domeng.
Is it the Phobias again? Oh, it's the Phobias again.
Ruh-roh.
And there's no Matilda, by the way. So, unless
You
TNC
know,
Pro Team.
I'm gonna say it now, they can go carry,
Wait, what? Oh,
or even
what?
Ninja. Or, you know what?
That was fast.
Pick Melissa. I'm gonna say it now, pick Melissa, Cousin.
Yeah.
Pick Melissa.
Would they want to
Do not pick
consider-
Melissa.
Do
Do not pick Melissa. No.
That was fast. That was so fast. Okay. I feel like the what's open here for the Fires is still open even.
Yeah, that's the thing. They pick Faramus here. They have to ban Valentina later. Then they're gonna have to take out another. Are they okay with picking the Faramus into the Hayabusa?
I'm not entirely sure about that.
Yeah, because pro players do say that the Hayabusa is on the counter to the Faramis, because if you just time it right, you can force the Nether Realm out early.
Yes, that's
But
true.
we have seen players this season especially not care about that.
But
So of course,
maybe
yeah.
not now.
Yeah, actually, when you're going up against a Phobius, it's almost a necessity that you go pick a carry. Something with really great true damage. Maybe even a Lunox to really burn
That's
that
true.
dude down.
And since there isn't any Harith anyway, or like there's a Moskov, so there won't be any chances of either an Alice or another tanky matchup here. So they will be just going for the carry instead. And interesting, taking out the Lolita even after its nerfs.
I'm gonna say this now. I think TNC need to steal away the Cho.
I think so too. It's a great answer to the Hayabusa, though it will make the Phobias happy somehow. But it's nothing new. Like a lot of teams just pick heroes that like lessen the cooldown here for Phobias classes anyways. Okay, so wait, what's that?
Good ban of the
Eve.
Good ban, because we saw how carry gold laners will struggle up against the Eve. 80%?
80. Wait, am I seeing this right?
Yeah, you are.
It is 80%. Oh.
Let's check out the specific numbers for that. He has played 4 out of 5 games. He has won. That's terrifying.
What?
Not gonna lie.
Only lost once.
So I would understand if TNC are, if not the Cho, they might be stuck with picking up a Ruby for Escalera first.
Oh, yeah.
But I do really... It's tough. Do you steal away the Cho from Renegade? Do you take the Ruby so you can safely counter the Aya? Hatred's gonna be stuck with an Aurora.
Oh, that's a Tigreal.
Oh, Tigreal. Okay, that's so good. That's so good.
I was thinking of it. If not the Cho, if not like a single target hero, yeah, the Tigreal would work
Cho
pretty
Lilia.
well. But that leaves the Cho available for Renegade if ever they do want to pick that up. The Lilia is also available, as you've mentioned. There's no Pixana. The Aurora.
If they pick, because if Aurora pick up something different, like let's say a Jawhead, that means they're thinking about the Ling potentially coming out. I think that's a Grok getting hovered though.
Wait, was that a Grok?
I still think it should be Cho though.
What's Yue picking?
Or just steal the Aurora already from Hatred also.
Oh wait, I'd be so surprised if this is a
Carmilla
Sicilian.
Sicilian?
No. Okay. So they use the Pyramus instead. Okay.
Is there mid?
There's an Edith though, and the Tigreal. But at least if ever it does become a Purify Pyramus.
Is it just gonna be Aurora again? Might just end up being Aurora. Yeah, they're deeply talking to Hate.
Shoutout po sa mga viewers natin dyan kay Idol John Lee.
Like a
Yan,
cushion,
kumusta Idol?
I'm thinking
Yan,
about
salamat sa
that.
pag-heart react and share ng live natin.
Yeah.
And then kay Idol JM.
Yeah, there's a Lilia.
They still have to stick by their early
Salamat sa
game
pag-share
identity.
sa pag-heart react.
And at
Thank
the
you so
same
much.
time, we need
At sa mga nag-follow sa atin kay Idol Don Pobre yan.
Wave clear.
Yep.
At kay Moy Moy
their wave
Page.
clear is a little bit risky.
Maraming salamat din sa
They can get
pag-
stuff out relatively
Like
quickly.
Idol Ed.
You still have to
And
get
kay
to the
Michael
circle.
Ramirez, salamat sa pag-heart react. And kay Justin
Escalera needs to play
Amaro.
the best Tigreal
Sa
game.
pag-share ng live and
Escalera
heart react
heads,
mga idol.
Hatred.
Yan. Lord, support
No,
us natin yan.
Escalera
Thank you
heads
so much mga idol.
and SDZYZ
Share
need
ng
to be
live,
so
TikTok
in
naman.
sync
Basa-basa
if they
tayo
want
ng
to win
comments.
this.
So,
A near perfect
saan
level
yan?
of
Saan
execution from the
lalagay?
Roamer XP dishing out the crowd control at the
Baka
right time.
ilalabas. So mga idol,
The damage.
Look at that. A
sa mga
3-man
international
for Aurora MLB.
Aurora also understands they need to respect
Eh
that
na,
A lot of things to consider
tama,
here.
sabi na nga.
Let's see what will
Sa
happen. Let's head over to our
Sa
casters.
North America mga
Leo
idol.
and Naisu.
Sa SG.
Anything can happen, I'll tell you
Shoutout po
that.
sa mga viewers natin. Shoutout,
Ready for
shoutout,
game
shoutout,
3, here we go, the final bout
Right.
in this best of 3 series.
Match 2
Who's
mga
taking it
idol,
home?
game 3.
Aurora MLB
So, nandito na yung match
TNC
point.
Pro
Tingnan
Team
natin kung
scoring
sino
the
nanalo.
first dub. Joseph, I gotta tell you now, I'm
NC
liking
ba o ang
the
Aurora?
adjustment. This is a powerful
Shout out.
lineup that Aurora are bringing, especially since now the Hitman
Duha
adds
nila is
another
ang
hero to his arsenal.
Lubak
Another
mga idol,
hero,
lubak.
Honestly, as much as we talked about it, I thought you were going to say because there isn't a Paquito jungle in the hand.
Trying to forget.
Tabla sila mga idol, tabla na.
Well,
Score nila.
that's true. And as we take a look at the
Pa-share naman ang live
everything
mga
else,
idol. Sa
hold
mga
on, are we-
nakatambay dyan,
Unfortunately,
pa-share
actually,
naman.
Domeng
Maraming salamat.
has to deal with. The rest of the team is going to kind of give him some support here with this 2 versus 1 right now. Renegade, speaking of the Carmilla, how is this going to
Kaya
work?
nagkakatansyaan
with the
pa
lines that they
ngayong
brought for
early
this
game.
game 3?
I
Natin
mean,
si
the only other
Pangalaman.
time I remember Carmilla
So
showing up in the
magpapatuloy
role
ang
in the hands of
momentum ng
Spartega.
TNC
Who used
idol at matatalo nila
in a
ang
victory. So
Aurora.
that said,
Yan lang natin mamaya kung sino
Aurora
mananalo
playing a
mga
lot of
idol
AoE,
yan.
right? You have Edward, you have
Nagkakabakbakan na yata dito
take care of
sa
stragglers.
bandang
But as it
top
is, without that full combo,
Ang
without
paborito
these
nila ngayon sa Julian,
large-scale
ano? Lagi nilang pick.
engagements, they can only hope
Uy!
that DK does
Ayun
this.
dito, level 4 na pala. Upload
Go for Escalera.
Si Ren.
There's another flicker.
sino ba?
Forced out a
Ay,
flicker. I
saan
think even
pala,
Escalera
Ren?
was getting a little worried there.
You know what? That's a TKO.
Pick
I'll
pala
call
yun,
it
ano.
now.
Passing.
The fact that if for the next the next Lord at least for sure,
Next turtle, yeah.
next
Ayun,
turtle
eh.
rather. Escalera now.
Daming
He
paramis.
doesn't have a flicker.
Natin ang top lane.
And so they can at least play around
Tutulungan
that
dito si
fact.
Edward.
You know, I think it was, Renmar that mentioned, Escalera's going to
Pero
have to play
head,
the
tamang
best
depensa
hero
lang
game of
at
his life so
before
far.
game namin.
If they want to go ahead and get to this first
That's
match
right.
victory.
Sa bottom
And it's
lane
not just
ko,
because of the
nagtatagos
overload on the Purify, which plays a part for
Nag-rest
sure.
ko na
Turtle
ang
start up
turtle
here,
at pinabakbakan
Orange
na
SDZYZ.
SD.
It adds to the fact that
KYZ.
Carmilla, the way
Tama.
her ult works is she wants everyone clumped up.
Yeah.
And how do you
Ano po,
respond
yung
to
hey,
an implosion,
pwede.
right? It's all clumping up, it's all following through.
Kaya
And if
mabibigyan
Renegade
dito
presses the
ng
Purify,
utang dugo.
answers back, which he did just now.
Yeah.
Which he did just now.
Shoutout sa mga
Definitely,
viewers.
Already Aurora has a
Tatambay
built-in
dyan. Maraming
comeback.
salamat
Yeah,
po.
Only difference is right now he doesn't have the
Mahilig
ultimate. He doesn't have the
mag-end
ultimate, right?
Not
He's
yet.
not level 4 just
Harap.
yet. So they can kind of delay things. That they
Kaya
want. That's
nilupisan ng
exactly why
TNC
also this
ang
is taking a little
pagong.
longer to
Pero
be
dito
secured
sa
right now.
Edward,
TNC knows this. They're going to
magko-contest
try to
at
go ahead and
UP
secure this right away.
ng
Jimkai making his way up there too, but he might
Nakakahabol
be a
dito
little
si
too late for this
Hayabusa,
as they already
pero
know
ayun.
SD will get the turtle. Curse of Blood will drop down too. Now they're going to have to force the fight. There's the implosion we were talking about. They pull off the Nether Realm as well. Hatred already goes down, and now they're looking for more as Escalera falls as well. Heads still has that Primal Wrath form, so he is fine. So
napagod
they
ng laban.
trade Turtle for the 2 kills.
Laban para
Little
makapasok sa
creep
playoffs
saved
mga idol.
Head's life. If there was no minion, if there was
Uy,
no jungle creep
pwede
over
nga
there,
ano, spear,
all those
patagilid.
shadow kills would have gone on Heads. But as it is, Aurora happy with the 2 kills. They were willing to trade the turtle for sure. And now SD making up for some lost
Match
time.
2, game 3 mga idol.
Small camp. And we just
Matabla sila ng
got
score.
a preview of what an amazing COB might look like from the Hitman.
And that's going to be a part of why I would say that even Renmar was saying, that, yeah, you're going to have to play just a phenomenal
Hey,
single
shoutout sa
game
mga viewers.
because of the
Pa-share naman
fact
po ng
that
live.
there is
Pa-heart
that
react and
measure,
share ng live. Thanks
when
so
the Camilla
much.
is there and playing its part. And that's the thing, just like we've seen for the entirety of the season, Domang is just going to go stay in the lane, hold on. Once again,
That's
there's the implosion. They
Uy,
catch on
nahuli dun siya, no?
Renegade.
Si
So even
Renny J.
Team and UA just kind of watching that happen. They can't even
Hindi
respond.
ba? Tama ba?
And because Carmilla isn't really even that chunky of a tank,
Yeah.
she's more of a support. So, yeah, say what you will about Escalera having to overload on CC and then try to finesse where he uses his skills. But as long as Aurora does not have Renegade ready and the COB don't land,
Yep.
that's GG. Like it won't even look close.
Whoa. So they use the Curse of Blood there. They go try to make a play. Not going to happen. I guess earlier too, Renegade even used, he even purified. So it's all part of like TNC's layering. Like as long as they layer their utility that they have for this lineup, then they can solve the Renegade problem.
And there's 2 layers to watch out for. Number 1, or 3 technically, the COB, Curse of Blood, and the Purify. And then as well, the Netherrealm. Let's see how the
Netherrealm.
turtle goes!
They're going to go right here for Demon Kai. Escalera finds the mark. Netherrealm goes down as well. Spirit Destruction to join the fight. SD will get the turtle. Infernal Pursuit is going to be able to find SD. And now the fight breaking down. Into the jungle they go. Still, the Infernal Pursuit off of the target. Kozen in trouble as well. Double for Yue. Was looking for more from Heads and Hatred. But right now, they're just going to cut off the minions and focus on this tier 1 turret in the mid lane.
I don't know about you, but that looks like deja vu.
Yeah.
It's the same turtle trade for a collapse. And this value exponentially goes up for Aurora. And they didn't even need to wait for Renegade. Again, I guess I have to eat my words now. It doesn't always just have to come from Renegade. Sometimes Aurora will time out TNC skills. And it's not like TNC didn't land any good skills. If anything,
They started that.
Escalera had the perfect implosion. He isolated Demon Knight, gave the turtle over to SD.
Yep.
But what was the follow-through? What was the long game?
Yeah.
Aurora, I guess, was looking beyond the horizon and beat him to the punch.
Again, the play here for Aurora, utilizing this Curse of Blood like we see here
we
under
go.
the turret. Infernal Pursuit again. The whole team now joining the fight on the top side. Oh, SD not going to get the combo he was looking for there.
That was a little too much asking across that that wall.
That's pretty thick.
Oh, well, truth be told, I think he was expecting Yue. Yue did move around there.
He did move.
So how awesome would it have been to have caught Yue there, forced out of Purify. But regardless, TNC down about 2,000 gold, but it's nothing lethal. In my opinion, I think you could still bounce back. And how do you do that? How do you start? Number one, you work on the lanes. Work on giving Kozen a safe place to farm away. Ooh.
Okay, here it is. SD once again under fire. Has the rest of the team help him out? They were waiting for him though as Demon Kite picks up the kill. Still TNC on the retreat. Not sure if they even want to stay here too long. Already down SD. Before all that, I was going to say at least Hatred. Like, I don't know if you saw the gold difference there, but Hatred actually farming up really well. And he could, especially when he gets those, 2 items locked in on this Lilia, could play a part in some of these team fights breaking out right now. But they're just trying to control the bleeding, it looks like, trying not to lose this tier 2 heads. Already brought down to a quarter of the health.
They're doing fine. So good so far for a team that has lost every major engagement in this 7.5-minute game. And they eventually got what they were looking for. TNC pushing down bottom.
Yep.
It was eventually traded out for top, though. Let's look at that situation on Hatred. Ooh, he's still got about 1,000. On his way to his second item, which is looking like Ice Queen Wand. So he already has the book, already has the Enchanted Talisman. But what's that going to do? Best case scenario, that's going to force Renegade to think about his engage.
Yeah. He's going to have to. But he's playing pretty upfront. So he's saying, Escalera, grab me right here. Netherrealm's already going to be used. Domang just around the corner, forcing the rest of the team back. Woo! Still looking for more. A good thing for heads. He had the Primal Wrath, all for the purple buff too. Just how much damage and pressure is being put on from Rora.
How much? All of it.
All of it.
I'll tell you now. And because of that engagement, because of how much effort and resources TNC put into taking that purple, they couldn't defend. That puts their tier 2 down 6 feet underground, bottom lane. And that should definitely help in this first Lord take, spawning in the upper quarter in about 40 seconds. Joseph, long lane control out of TNC's hands right now. I'm looking at their lineup. None of them can quickly rotate. So every move they make from here on in, especially since Aurora is snowballing out of control, is a major decision.
You're almost forced to just also, like, for the most part, stay together, and that's why you see Kozen even just traveling around with Hatred, because, like I said, Hatred, once he gets maybe the 2 items on the Lilia, that'll help if he's going Ice Queen 1 next for the slow, but there it is. It's picked up. SD!
SD!
Gonna be in trouble. Gets out with the hand sword again.
He's fine.
So he's finding, he's trying to farm up, man. He's just trying to find what he can.
He's struggling. He's down 2 levels.
Down 2 levels. So he wants to be in a position to actually dance for the Lord, but I don't think he's going to get there.
Dancing for the Lord, I'd say, isn't out of the question, but it's still a risky thought. Already started up Doming here, wailing away. Slight advantage to Aurora, 4,000 gold ahead. This is tough. Where's Kozen? Does he have a security detail with him?
See if they can do it. Hatred playing his part. This is what I was saying. He's actually a good enough threat. Even has the black shoes to bait out Aurora if he needs to. But right now, they're just kind of staring off at each other.
That's right. Because again, even Hatred has to deal with a range situation, right? He overextends a wee bit, he's going to have to be forced to use his flicker. So right now, it looks like Aurora wants to cross the threshold, go into the point of no return. Look at this, Lord here, down to a fifth of its health.
You're going to bring down. There it is already. The initiation heads in trouble. Primal Wrath flickers out. Renegade's the first to fall, but it's a little bit too late as SD goes down as well. Still going. Edward finally going down. They go in. Domang using the Spear of Destruction to follow up and just zone out the rest of TNC. They lost their jungler. They'll lose the Lord as well. Rora picks that one up.
All right. So far, they effectively traded Edward for the Lord. Because Renegade's SD was going to be a long-term trade anyways.
Yeah.
So eventually, they told Edward, hey, I'm on Jing Jing. Stand your ground. All right, just force them to pay attention to you. If you die, but we're getting the Lord. And Aurora did get that. But now, looking at what that damage exchange looked like, I'm trying to think maybe TNC can hold out. Here, wait, what's the? You know what? TNC have solid Wave clear. I'll tell you now, their wave clear here, since you have Kozin, you have Hatred, and a little bit of SD, I'd give it like a 4 out of 5. Like, this is okay.
We'll see if it is going to be okay. Already Primal Wrath used, trying to clear out this Lord. They should be able to clear it out, trying to hold on to the base turrets. TNC already handles the top. Black Shoes used as well. And also Holy Crystal picked up by SD. So TNC still on the defense, still there, keeps the base turrets up.
I told you so, right? A TNC can defend in their base close to all day, right?
Probably the next, honestly, the next 2 Lords.
Even in the next... All right, pushing it.
Okay,
Two Lords
next
is
Lord.
pushing
Let
it.
me say next Lord.
Next Lord, and because of that, all right, I'm thinking long term now. If they allow for that next Lord to be free, that means they're looking for something elsewhere. That means they can farm up, put some gold on Kozin, put some gold on SD, who is, by the way, very... I think SD and Hatred need some fun. These boys are
they're starving, man.
They are bone thin right now. You need a
Put
little bit
some meat on those
a little bit
bones.
of meat on them. Then maybe, but here's what's dangerous. As SD and Hatred build up, you get a Radiant Armor and Edward and Renegade just the same.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say that. Maybe even a Rose Gold means you're Doming. So it's not as easy to say that the scaling is equivalent and that it's relative.
And so if you're TNC, and you know that, all right, we at least have enough time to let's say even the next Lord, we can just scrap as much as we need to get as much gold and meat on our bones that we need to.
Without dying.
Without dying, hopefully. Because look at that, there's respectable damage there. They go in with the implosion, able to find one. Yue goes down. Now they might be looking for more. Escalera already under the half health point. Infernal Pursuit again. Demon Kite's taken out of the picture. They're turning it around a little bit further. Infernal Pursuit again, but Edward's the problem as he picks up some himself and Domeng. Already using the Spear of Destruction. Yue, part of the fight again, joining it because of the passive from the Faramis. So in exchange, the 2 for 2.
Heads and Hatred for Edward and Demon Kite. Say what you will about how difficult it was for TNC to actually get that and how they overextended a wee bit and it took a little bit of Aurora's hesitation for the fight to end. I'll say it's a win for TNC. The fact that they were able to step toe-to-toe against an opponent that was 5,000, 6,000 gold ahead. Yeah. So this is what I was talking about, that damage that they're capable of doing, their team fighting prowess, they have it in them. It's just a matter of finding the spot now. We talked about skipping on the Lord. Joseph, I'll tell you now, maybe it's even contestable.
I think it looks like it's contestable right now. TNC giving the go signal, going for Renegade. SD will get the Lord. There's the implosion, but Domeng has the Nether Realm to help him out. And now they're going to break out into the jungle. But TNC, that's exactly what they wanted to do. So they buy themselves a little more time.
Denying the enhanced Lord, saving themselves the wrath of these enhanced minions, and of course getting... I guess time. They traded SD and Escalera for time.
Yeah. But, like, is it enough of the time that they need here? They can still clear things out pretty well, but look at this.
You know what? I get how you can't replace time, but...
Oh, Hatred.
Wait, what?
Already Black Shoes, too. He's in trouble. Yue will pick up the kill. The Shadow Kill used as well, and they push in as the Lord goes down. So Aurora, they didn't want to deal with any of that.
And I was just about to say, time is only as good as what you use it for. I'm not so sure if TNC accounted for the fact that they would lose Hatred along the way. And I don't know what caused Hatred to not be able to flicker out of that situation. Maybe it was just where they were.
Yeah.
Black Shoes didn't help him any because he did press it down.
Yeah.
So I think that's a wash. I think that Lord didn't really do what I think TNC wanted it to do.
It didn't do too much, but what it did do is it keeps them in the game a little bit longer.
It's not a plus for TNC.
It's like a...
Wasn't a minus for Aurora either.
Oh, what? This is, though, Nether Realm right here. Gonna force them back into the fight. They get the couple flickers out, too. And Escalera's in trouble. Domeng unleashing on the team as TNC will fall apart. A big pickup here. Triple for Domeng. And now it's Grim. SD all alone here against the force of Aurora. They take out the top turret and set their eyes on the base. And SD will do what he can to try to keep it into the game. Clears the minions out before he's finally taken out in exchange. And that's going to be it as Aurora takes the series 2-1.
The Northern Lights shine bright on this Friday night. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora take the series 2-1. Is that playoffs?
I think that's playoffs. They got that point. They needed 7. I know we'll get that confirmation, but hey, I'm pretty sure that's the point that they needed, man.
And you know what? What a story it is. We got playoffs while playing Jungle Paquito.
That's
You hide it behind the fact that you lost that game, but still.
You know what? Respectable. Demonkind, hey, you wanted to try it? I'm sure you probably asked Coach.
And Coach said yes.
Coach said yes, and they tried it out because this is obviously game 3, very different for them.
Yep, GGO played the TNC, played their hearts out, punished Aurora in that experimental pick with much gusto. GG well played. TNC yet to score a win in Season 14. And if the writing's on the wall and the line on the sand has been drawn, I think that is their playoffs dream shut down.
Yeah, very, very rough for them, but hopefully they can learn something from it.
We'll be throwing over to the Phoenix Army on stage. They're joined by Mara Aquino for a few words.
TNC, dahil sa pagkatalo today, they will not be entering the playoffs. Coach Wolf? Wolf, it's been such a tough season. Pero regardless what the results are, nandito ang Phoenix Army supporting TNC Pro Team, cheering for your name, and always there behind your back, supporting you all the way. Anong gusto mong sabihin sa lahat ng mga fans nyo at sumusuporta sa inyo?
First of all, thank you. Sobrang laki po ng effect nyo sa amin, lalo na pag mga sobrang down na down na kami. Kayo po yung nagbibigay sa amin ng strength. And to me personally, kung hindi man namin nakuha ngayon season 14, 15 sure yan, all the way. Buong taon next year sa amin yan. Sa atin yan.
Thank you, Wolf. It's such a tough first season for you. We're wishing for your success. We believe in you and TNC Pro Team. Heads up, face the world straight in the eye. Because no matter what, we are still proud of you and we will wish for your success in the future. Everybody, when I say TNC, you say always rise. TNC! Always rise! You may now take your bow. We will always support every single team here in the MPL Philippines. And now, the winning team, Aurora Mlbb. Congratulations, Aurora Mlbb. Ranijay, playoff secured na kayo. How does it feel na pasok ka sa playoffs with your brand new team doing well in your first season?
Siyempre, una-una, sobrang saya namin kasi siyempre bago kaming team, tas bago kaming org. Tas yun, hindi kami agad nalaglag sa playoffs. So, pero hindi pa to yung namin goal namin. Kasi goal namin mag-M6 tsaka mag-champion.
That's a very great goal. At sa pinapakita nyo, very possible yan. Si Yue naman. Yue! Dahil playoffs, actually, alam mo, nababaliw talaga pag there's something about your name. Ano ulit? Tignan mo, pag ikaw yung nakahawak na mic, talagang napapump up lahat ng mga tao. Dahil playoff secured na kayo, sino ba yung isang koponan na talagang you're looking forward to facing in the playoffs?
Siguro po sa tingin ko dalawa kasi nasa
Dalawa? Sige, dalawa!
Feeling ko Bren tsaka F not po.
Bren, tsaka F not Y. Bakit silang dalawa?
Kasi po kumbaga parang sila yung pinaka-top contenders dito sa NTL page.
Who do you think will give you a harder time between the two?
Parehas po.
Just pick one. Yung talagang feeling mo mas mahihirapan kayo.
Siguro ano po, Bren, kasi lagi kami pinapahirapan pag kalaban namin sila.
Oh, world champs eh. And now, i-announce natin ang ating MVP. Let me hear some names. Sino? Narinig ko. Let's take a look at the screen. Our MVP, isigaw nyo! Yue, explain mo, express mo kung gaano ka kasaya na you guys have entered the playoff as the Aurora Mlbb. Uy, feelings mo to, hindi feelings ng iba. Nagko-call a friend tayo. May shot caller dito. Tinutulungan na siya ni Edward. Tingnan na natin kung anong mga masasabi ni Yue. Nagkakaroon pa siya ng maraming information dito at malapit na siya sumagot.
Ano po feeling ko? Ano po, masarap sa feeling kasi kumbaga ito yung ito po yung first playoffs ng Team Auroras na magkakasama kami. Ayun po. Tsaka ayun, masaya. Tsaka salamat sa mga sumusuporta na sa amin. Tsaka not guys so much party at supportan nyo kami sa mga, sa yung MDL namin. Tsaka yung MDL po namin.
Ayan! Ang galing talaga ng suporta ng kanyang mga teammates. Kahit sa pagsasalita at sa pagsagot, nandun ang kanyang teammates all the way. And now, it's time to announce our lucky fan na mananalo ng 3,000 diamonds and tickets to Day 1 Match 1 of the playoffs. Come on up! Hello! Ang cute mo naman. What's your name?
Caleb.
Caleb! Caleb, first time mo ba manood ng MPL?
Opo.
First time. Sinong kasama mo dito?
Si Mami po, dinala niya po kasi ako dahil po birthday ko po ngayon.
Oh, happy birthday! Happy birthday. Today your birthday?
Nung Wednesday pa po.
So, ito yung birthday present mo.
Opo, birthday present ko po ngayon.
Caleb, anong birthday wish mo?
Wish ko po na gumanda po yung grades ko at ma-meet po yung idol ko.
Saktong-sakto. Maybe we can make that come true today. Sino ang idol mo?
Si Edward po.
Edward! Okay, tabi tayo kay Edward. Eto na, katapat mo na yung idol mo. Bakit, first of all, bakit si Edward?
Kasi po, pogi po siya.
Oo nga naman. Agree! Pogi nga. Anong gusto mong sabihin sa idol mong poging Edward?
Paano po maging katulad niyo?
Ayun! Ayun, okay, Edward. Gusto niyang maging katulad mo. Ano ang payo mo? 11 ka? 11?
Opo.
Ano ang payo mo sa 11-year-old Caleb para maging katulad mo? Paano nga ba?
Mag-aral ka ng mabuti para makamit mo yung mga pangarap mo. Magiging pogi ka nun sa maraming tao. Pag nakagraduate ka.
Ayun, mag-aral ka ng mabuti. Congratulations! Nanalo ka ng 3,000 diamonds, ticket para sa Day 1, Match 1 ng ating playoffs. At ngayon, katabi mo na ang iyong idol na napaka-pogi naman talaga na si Edward. Now, you're gonna take a bow with them. Are you nervous?
Malamig po.
Malamig. Okay. Edward, okay lang ba you hold his hand and you guide him all the way out? Happy birthday. Wait, when I say Caleb, sabihin natin lahat, happy birthday. Caleb! Happy birthday, Caleb! Aurora, Mlbb, you may now take your bow and take your walk of victory. Congratulations! There's something about Edward na talagang nakakahanga. At agree naman ang lahat na siya ay super pogi. At sa kanyang advice, mag-aral nga ng mabuti para ma-meet ang inyong mga dreams. And you know what? Aurora Mlbb is one step closer to meeting their dreams. We're gonna break down that game for you, so we're gonna go back to our panel. Pasok!
Happy birthday, Caleb! And congratulations to Aurora Mlbb for making it to the playoffs. We now have 4 teams who already made it to the playoffs. Now we're just missing 2. But let's break down that previous game before anything else. It's Yue on the Faramis, who we initially mentioned could be a pick for TNC, but now it's Aurora Mlbb who picked it up and apparently is the MVP.
Yeah, and we talked about this in Game 1, that Aurora, one of their best qualities is their layering of abilities in team fights. They don't necessarily just use all their abilities in one go. They all each individually have a good idea of when to use it at the right time. You need that especially for a Faramis, and that's what Yue had. But at the same time, what Yue had was a Carmilla paired with it. Faramis, Carmilla, Hayabusa. The damage amplification that is provided by the Curse of Blood links that will amplify the damage of the Ghost Bursters, the Hayabusa's ultimate, in terms of sharing it to other targets in a team fight. It was just a big help. And along with that, to put it simply, dude's really good at timing the Nether Realm.
Yes, really. You don't normally see this level of gameplay, and I did feel like TNC, they really fought for it. Like at one point, they nearly turned things around, and it was something that we would also expect of them given their lineup. They had the Lilia in their hands, they had sufficient wave clear, and long enough, they were able to prolong the game long enough. But then, of course, knowing how well Aurora Mlbb just tends to structure their team fights and their overall approach, you have to give it to them. Another surprise thrown to us by the Hitman, the Carmilla. What we thought was paired with a Sicilian, it's a Faramis. Similar concept and idea, and that game went by so quickly for Aurora Mlbb as they secured their match point.
When you said similar concept and idea, I was thinking, yeah, they're both dead anyway. But no, I get you in terms of how fast you can quickly deal damage with that skill too. And it's tough, honestly, to get into a right area of team fighting, especially for the Julian, which is why I understood why SDZYZ, it really looked like he was so careful. And during the times he'd finally enter a fight, he'll be like, hey, I'm here, hey, I'm gone. What happened to my health? And Kozen really had to be careful in terms of where he's going to be positioning, because the Curse of Blood, the area of effect of that is deceptively large.
Yeah.
So you can't fault TNC. It's more of just like, it's a great pick. You know, if I was sitting beside the man who decided to pick that right now, I'd be praising. I'd tell him, you know what? You're great.
I know.
You're handsome and you're a great coach.
It's not just the triple purify that gave a lot of problems here for TNC Frozen. No, it's not just that. It's the Faramis and the Carmilla that suddenly made its debut together here for Aurora Mlbb, which is also why I think Escalera had too much to think about whenever he was going or planning to throw out the implosion against Aurora Mlbb, because they always have a way to deal with that. And I think one of the major turnaround points was during the last few minutes of the game, wherein they attempted to burst down Renegade when he was just trying to peek into the bush, but then they lacked damage, and Renegade had enough time to put out the Curse of Blood, which was just a sign for that consecutive rampage showed to us by Aurora Mlbb prior to completely ending the game. So props to, I really like to commend TNC for what they were able to show. Still brought us to a game number 3. But then Aurora, now that they're officially in the playoffs, they just added to the list of teams that we really have to watch out for.
I'll take this moment to say, Epics, Legends, when I pick Carmilla in my RG, please don't judge me, come on. There's a reason. Carmilla's good.
And we've seen it in action. Aurora Mlbb made it work. And you mentioned earlier, if you were sitting beside the man who picked that, you'd want to praise him, you'd want to say so much. And now you're right beside Coach MTB.
Yes, hello. Hello, guys.
Welcome to the Infinix Game Tambayan, and congratulations because you made it. You're now in the playoffs. Now, I'd like to ask first. Like, I'm so curious about the idea behind the Paquito in game number 2. Like, what do you have to say about it? Like, why did you decide to deploy the Paquito at that moment?
Right now, because it's already the playoffs is coming, and for us, regular season is just the testing ground to test every strategies that we have, because we don't want to enter the playoffs that we're not ready. So picking everything right now is really one of the things that we do. So risking a game, maybe. Sometimes we lose a match, but that's the I think the sacrifice that we need to do in order to find our or to increase our hero pool. Most likely.
Okay. So admittedly, you already knew like picking it up was somewhat risky already at that
Yeah.
scenario. Okay.
Even before the game or the match, even during our scrims, we already try to do those risky picks, and we try to if it works, and then we'll try it in MPL. So we're not lucky that it didn't work here.
So that's why it felt like they spent some time trying to lock in their final pick. So they were actually debating whether or not, but then the call was to risk, so that of course it's a chance to grow, it's a chance to explore. But let's listen in what were going on between the comms of Aurora Mlbb during that game.
I love like one of the most, or if not the most distinguishable voice there was Renegades.
I know.
So a lot of international viewers, because here in the Philippines we praise Renegade a lot, and our international viewers would wonder, who's the hitman? What is saying so many good things about him? So coming from the coach, coming from you, coach, what's it like working with Renegade, seeing him evolve as a roamer and as one of the main voices in Aurora?
I think Renegade as a roamer is really the thing that I think he's the one who really mastered the basics. From the time that I asked Renegade if he wanted to play as a roam, I think that was during MSC last year. I asked him if he wanted to play roam because I've seen him play.
Yeah.
Then from that time, I've been working with him to really understand how a roam works, or from the hero pools, from the shot calling, from everything. I think I already taught him the basics, and he was really the one who mastered it all.
Oh, that sounds so reassuring for Aurora Mlbb to be led by a person who mastered the basics himself, dubs as the one who mastered the basics.
And I'm curious, I mean, you've had history of being able to work with Oh My Venus.
Yeah.
So was there a lot of Oh My Venus influence in terms of like how you taught Renegade? Did you try to somewhat tell Renegade, hey, work with Oh My Venus, this is what she does so well? So was there any like connection to that?
I think there's a lot of influence, especially for the utility heroes, because master of the utility is really V. So everything that we need, even me myself, everything I needed to learn on how to use the utility heroes is because of V. So I really, that's one of the things that I put to Renegade, or I taught Renegade. So that's why he was able to master both roam types.
Yeah.
I think it's really few players who can really do those things that Renegade is doing. He can play tank, he can play support, he can play a lot of things. So yeah, I think hands down to Renegade.
And it's nice to see them actually working together. They're both under Aurora Mlbb, but it seemed like Renegade mastered his own style and flavor, which is very flexible, very versatile. He can go either the heel man, he can be either the hitman. And props to Coach Master the Basics for helping him as well. And Aurora Mlbb, surprisingly, with their debut season being this strong and formidable, so we can only like imagine how would they be performing now that they're in the playoffs. And of course, they'll be attempting to climb a little bit more in terms of getting the upper bracket and all that. But thank you so much for all that you've shared for today. I've learned so much. And I've heard how calm they. So before you leave, one last thing: are they really usually that calm when it comes to their comms? They're just so calm and collected. They're just
that's one of the things that I really want them to apply, because sometimes if the players are really too hype, or I think they're shouting, they're really looking at the enemies, they tend to focus on those things instead of focusing on the game. That's why I told them to even after the game, let's just calm. Let's just be calm.
All right. Now we
All
know.
right.
Now we know. That's what Coach MTB shares. Aurora Mlbb. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you,
We're
Coach.
so
thank you.
happy to have you here, and it's time you celebrate and enjoy with Aurora Mlbb. Congratulations on making it to the playoffs. And now
Thank
let's
you.
check out the Infinix Pansiklaban standings. Updated Infinix Pansiklaban standings here. So far, the results of this day are very similar to the results that happened to the teams themselves. So the Cavaliers win 1-0 against the Raiders, and the Auroras win 1-0 against the Phoenix Army.
Ooh, this sort of mirrors our
It is,
results
it
from
does.
last season. Like, look at that top three.
Oh.
The Bees, the Cavs,
Actually, I'm glad you
Raiders,
pointed that out. So
somewhat.
now you know how different Season 14 is, how competitive it is, and aside from the new point system, of course. And speaking of the new point system, now we're seeing a different blinking color in our standings, and that's red for TNC Protein because, again, they are officially out of playoffs contention. But we have another team making it to the playoffs, and that's Aurora Mlbb. So we're just looking at Team Liquid Philippines, RSG Philippines, and Blacklist International.
Yeah, the race is now really intense because if at the bottom half, it's who is gonna slip and miss their playoff slot. In the upper portion, in the greens, it's which one of them are gonna make it into the top two. No team right now is fully secured in the top two.
True.
So we'll see what happens.
And it feels so intense because like Blacklist and RSG's points, they're just so close. I think they're just one game apart. And that doesn't even entirely matter. It's really the points. It's really the net games, but it is what it is. It's such a
Hype.
competitive season. It's hyped,
Hype.
and I cannot wait to see what day number 2 and 3 will be showing us. That has been it for the Infinix Game Tambayan. Once again, I am Brigida, and this has been Renmar. We'll be updating our bias board in a bit, but for now, we'll be throwing it over to our host to officially close this day, Mara Aquino.
Today's matches open the possibilities of the days to come. We now welcome Aurora Mlbb into the playoffs. But we're still searching for 2 more teams to fill in those slots. So baka malaman na natin yan bukas. So join us again tomorrow here in the MPL Arena. Once again, ako po si Mara Aquino. Keep it good vibes, everybody, and see you tomorrow.
The 14th season of MPL Philippines is brought to you by the following sponsors. Smart, the official telco partner of MPL Philippines Season 14. The official tournament phone of MPL Philippines, Infinix GT20 Pro. Official suppliers, EMC Asia and Index Salon. Experience the MPL PH Season 14 action live at Green Sun, Makati City. Grab your tickets now via official MPL PH website. Don't miss any MPL action by following our official Facebook and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Follow MPL PH on TikTok for more content. And to ensure the equality and fairness of our games, MPL Philippines is also monitored and supervised by the Games and Amusements Board.
Lakas ng Pinas!
Hello. Sound. Sound check. Sound. Sound check. Hello. Sound check. shoutout po sa mga viewers natin, sa nag-iisang viewers natin. Maraming salamat sa pagtambay sa ating live. So, meron tayo ngayon pa 5v5 mga idol. So, nakikita nyo naman yung dais ko. Ayan, nasa upper, ano yan, galing restreaming yan mga idol, yung dais ko na yan. Papamigay ko sana kaso walang sumusuporta kay Mingming. Kawawa naman. Shoutout po. Pa-share po ng live bago tayo mag-umpisa mga idol. Yan sa mga gusto sumali. Comment lang kayo ng exclamation mark, notifies. Face MLID/IGN mga idol. Then heart react. Then share nyo yung ano natin, live. Make sure na naka-public siya mga idol para maging valid. Maraming salamat po sa mga sasali. So ito si Idol Aditya. So, ito natin to mga idol. Yun ang player natin. Tingnan natin kung makakakompleto tayo. Pero kung hindi, mag-RG na lang ako mga idol. Sana sumusuporta sa atin ha. Idol Aditya. Ang una natin player. Shoutout po sa mga viewers natin dyan. So meron tayong 2 viewers. Pa-share naman po ng live. Idol, pa-share ng live then heart react. Pa-share po Idol Aditya. Make sure na naka-public mga idol. Gusto sumali dyan, pasunod lang po yung mechanics. Nakapin po yung nakapin po sa comment section mga idol. Two, 6, 8, 6, 1, 3. Paparapon sana ako mga idol eh. Sige sana ako ng normal starlight yung kaso walang nanonood ng idol. Ay naman. Krishna. So sa mga gusto sumali mga idol yun, maraming salamat sa mga nag-heart react. So much idol. Kay Idol Geneva. Kay Idol Aditya. And idol, pa-share po ng live para at least valid na yung entry mo mga idol. Para isa ka na sa isang player. And 1 match lang tayo ngayon idol. 1 match lang tayo, 1 match. Ang gusto sumali. Pag hindi ko talaga kompleto ng 10. Kaya natin 10, pa-share po sa mga ML groups mga idol habang naghihintay. So hanggang 10:30 tayo mag-aantay kung meron sasali. Back to grind tayo ng 5v5 mga idol every weekends. Pa-share po ng live, pa-share. Shoutout po sa mga viewers natin dyan. Maraming salamat sa mga nag-heart react. Sa mga gusto sumali, please do lang yung yung nakapin dyan sa may comment section. Comment exclamation mark notify space MLID/IGN mga idol. Then heart react. Then share nyo yung live sa mga ML groups. And only share idol para mas maraming makasali. Share idol Aditya. Yung live natin, maraming salamat. Maraming salamat po sa mga followers natin. Meron pa ba? And shoutout po. Meron akong 2K followers pero walang nag-join. Nag-announce naman ako, ba't gano'n? Ay goodness, mag-a-RG na lang siguro ako. Ayaw na lang sumali. Habang nag-aantay tayo, mag-RG muna tayo or classic. Classic na lang mga idol. Uy, ang ganda naman ito. Pulang-pula. Wala mga idol. Ang pula mga idol. Tama ng interface nila. Classic muna tayo mga idol habang nag-aantay ng players sa ating 5v5 na magsusumali dyan. Ito yung gagamitin natin.
The Immortal One chose me to vanquish the shadows that plague this world.
Explain ako idol, explain. Hey! Suyu mga idol, Shoutout po sa viewers natin dyan, mga natatambay sa ating live. Thanks so much. Classic lang muna tayo, walang gusto sumali mga idol. Ay naman. Bakit naman? And 2 viewers na tayo. Sa mga gusto sumali ng 5v5, comment lang yung exclamation mark, notify, space, MLID/IGN mga idol. So kung nakita nyo yung dayas ko, pamimigay natin sa mga solid supporters natin. Pero kung wala naman, bubulokin na lang natin. First time kong gamitin to si Suyo mga idol. Tingnan natin kung kaya natin gamitin ng maayos. Merry Christmas pala in advance. So Paskong Pasko na tayo mga idol. Shoutout po sa mga viewers. And 2 viewers, solid supporters natin. Sayang, mamibigay sana ako ng ng normal starlight ngayon. Kaso walang nagpa-participate sa ating bilang pasasalamat sa mga sumusuporta. Kaso wala nang sumusuporta sa akin.
5 seconds till the
Play
enemy
nga pala to.
reaches the battlefield. Smash them. All troops deployed.
In the name of the Immortal, evil will be routed. I shall enjoy all the worldly things once my vigil is over.
Thank you.
Nathan pala kalaban ko dito.
I know a nice fight that will wash away the weariness.
Saka sa akin. Ay, first blood agad. Galing ni Pani. Sayang. Kaya lang natin yung amino seed. Sari lang tayo dahil explain yung suyo tayo mga idol. Check natin dito. May patago.
Grant me your strength. Mountain Splitter!
Wala kalaban namin mga idol eh. Ha? Ano kayo magandang build dito? Sala. Wala naman yung padama natin mga idol. Magre-rest po ng 12 seconds yung natin. Turtle, uy, nagtawa na naman. Uy, mali. Okay, mamatay na pala ako. Low health pa pala ako doon. Hindi ko napansin. Very wrong yung move. Ako doon, galaw ah. Hirap na mag-practice sa classic. So yun, nag-respawn yung turtle thing natin. Well, papalagan to.
When the people cry out in suffering, I shall answer.
Sayang. Huwag kami mga idol ah. guys, meron pala akong event.
Through this mask, I
10k
see no
rush,
fear.
mga idol. Pag na-reach natin 10k, marami tayong pamimigay. Check na lang sa page ko. Mga prices tayo. Uy, bugbog tayo dun ah. Oh, toma. Kaso ba no maglaro eh. Ang laro ko pa man. Talo agad.
In the horizon.
Kami. Ano kaya kami dito? Idol.
Mountain Splitter!
Lalag yung device ko. Pala dito, gagi. Patay pa. Sarado na kami, boy. Talaga.
Death is nothing to fear. No glory can compare to the splendors of this world. Enjoying the breeze with some
So,
fun.
tulungan natin dito si ano, si
What more could one
Yang E.
ask for?
Masyadong masakit dito. Masyadong may... Ito ah.
Move without flaw. Strike
Kaya
without
marunong.
hesitation.
Grabe, na-burst.
Behold my ascension.
One six na. Bugbog na kami dito. Wala. Alam. Nice yun, mapa. Nice. Wala yung katapat ko. Kasagan. Kabasagan din kami ng toro sa may cut, mga.
When the people cry out in suffering, I shall answer.
Natin. Nathan kay Julian.
What legendary work. Behold my ascension.
Rasta.
No glory can compare to the splendor of this world.
Ay, naka. Ay, pupush namin to. Ako lang pala magpupush, wala pala akong kasama.
Through this mask,
Sasabihin
I
pala
see
yan.
no fear.
Your team destroyed a turret. Request backup.
I shall enjoy all the worldly things once my vigil is over. When the people cry out in suffering, I shall answer.
Ako din eh.
I heard the call.
Ano naman natin maglaro. Ay, maraming salamat sa pag-share, idol, ano. MDAH. Thank you so much, idol, sa idol John Lee. Thank you. First time kong gamitin si ano, si Yuyu. Tapan ako. Ang hila ng damage niya, hindi ko nakalakas. Paano lang po ng build? Gamit ko lang yung ano, double sa kanya.
I know a nice cosplay that will wash away.
Dito. Mamamatay. Oh, patay na. Sabi, 041 mga idol. Hirap niyang gamitin. Bagal niya. Ayun pani. Pero na. O, si pani lang. Pero.
Death is nothing to fear.
Guys, patutuloy pa ba yung ano natin? 5v5? Parang wala namang sinali. Ito si Idol, ano?
Only when there is peace will the heart
Idol.
truly be free.
Okay. Dalawa pa lang mga idol. Matutuloy kaya to.
Tales of heroism when there is peace.
Lang tayo mga... Pogi.
Face divine wrath.
Sabad ka mo. Bilis na nakarotate sa agad sa baba sila. Agad ang target.
It's the people's faith that allows you to be their guardian.
Godlike na, bro.
I shall enjoy all the worldly things once my vigil is over.
Taas naman nun. Ay, maraming salamat, Idol Noran Leeds. Kapag share ng live and heart react, thank you so much. And sa mga gusto sumali ng 5v5, comment lang kayo exclamation mark notify. Face MLID/IGN Idol. Bak tayo, malakas po masyado.
Through this mask, I see no fear.
Ang gusto sa kali ah. Ay, di.
It's the people's faith that allows me to be
Hey. Yang. Dapat tayo mapatay ah. Dito. Kunti lang ang damage ko.
move without flaw, strike without hesitation.
Ay, okay. Parang mo. Dodge. Kalahati agad yung bawas sa akin, mga idol. So, mamaya pala guys, meron pa tayong live. Ay,
Compared to the splendors of this world.
11:55. Takbo na lang tayo mga idol ah.
Behold my ascension.
Talaga.
Out of the way.
I see no fear.
Walang nanonood mga idol. Ang supporters. Ay, joke lang, hindi ako papalag. Ay, nakapatay ako.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
Tara, lord tayo mga idol. Wala tayong palag.
We can enjoy the tales of heroism when there is peace.
Ay.
Move without flaw. Strike without
Kaya palag.
hesitation. Through this mask, I see no fear.
Ay, may stikan tayo dyan ni Link.
Move without flaw. Strike without hesitation.
Initiate retreat.
Ito, dito, ito. Godlike.
Mountain splitter!
Ah, picture ko na lang ito. Kaso baka nandito.
Only
Yan,
when
di
there
na tayo
is
pumunta ng
peace
taas.
can the heart
Uwi na naman tayo, minus 1. Tayo makapalag.
I know a nice hut
Kala ko
that
mag-
will wash away the wind.
Mali lang yung big.
Guard up!
Initiate retreat.
We can enjoy the tales of heroism when there is peace.
An enemy has been slain.
Through this mask, I see no fear.
Ano to?
I shall
Ayun,
enjoy all
nakatakas
the
pa tayo.
worldly things once my vigil is over.
Initiate retreat.
Tayo pumalag dyan, mga Sarado tayo dyan. Guys, walang sasali talaga, mga idol.
With some fine tea,
Ayun ang 5v5. Bibigyan ko naman kayo ng dice pag ano. Paparapil ka sana. Uy, hindi pala.
Ally has been slain. Our inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed. Request backup.
flow.
Inhibitor turret is under attack. Our turret has been destroyed.
Mountain splitter!
Kasi,
You have slain an enemy.
Let go. Your struggle is over.
Our inhibitor turret is under attack.
ito nga.
It's the people's faith that allows me to be their guardian.
Enemy rampage.
Through this mask, I see no fear.
Joke ko lang. Tingnan ko lang kung malaki.
Behold my ascension.
Damn. Ate, naglalag pa.
Fight as one.
Talag ba kami dito? Kami talaga. Ay, maraming salamat sa pag-heart to react, Idol John Denver. Thank you so much. Ay, share naman yung live. 5v5 sana, kaso lang. Sali. Sana talaga tayo sa ulti. Pigilan ko na yan.
Move without flaw. Strike without hesitation. Through this mask, I see no fear. Move without flaw. Strike without hesitation.
Takbo, da.
Only when there is peace can the heart truly be free.
Huwag, sarado. Ayan guys, may sasali ba sa 5v5? Comment naman kayo sa comment section kung gusto nyo sumali. Exclamation mark, notify, space, mlib/ign mga idol. Sa mga gusto sumali po, so ayun, talo tayo. Saan kong gamitin si Tuyo? Talo. Okay, classic lang. Hirap na gamitin. So wala ba guys? Wala ba guys? Wala ba mga idol? Walang sasali ng 5v5?
Have a seat. Sip some tea.
And guys, thank you
and
so
enjoy the
much.
show, my friend.
Cancel yung 5v5 natin. Walang gusto sasali. So much po sa mga supporters ba tayo? Parang wala tayong supporters. Maraming salamat
Even if
sa mga nag-share ng live at nanood.
overhead.
Ewan ko kung matutuloy pa yung yung 10k rush natin. Parang hindi rin nangyari yun. Okay, maraming salamat. Bye-bye po.